3-minute timer. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. We're gonna do some. We got to do a quick recap, but Harambe, are you doing that? Then
Yeah.
okay.
With what I got, I'll see if I don't fuck it up.
All right, let's not screw that up.
I can't make any promises.
Hold on,
The
let me
only thing
make
I'm
sure
good
that
at is
sound
editing
works.
stuff and getting us into fights.
All right. All right. So what happened?
So we got back on track and went to Temple
Mm-hmm.
with capital B in Temple. Started in like the warehouse district, I believe. We split up and decided to ask around. Which, when we first got there, Jirai was greeted by a priest, right? And we pretty much told the priest that we were broke, so we couldn't really give any offerings, and the priest gave a side eye. Zerai gave a side eye back. After that, we decided to split up and look for answers or information if Kaladin has been there.
Right.
Which ensued in me going to basically a sex shop. That's what I'm calling it. Buying a whip. Dana went to a composite shop. I forget who the person was. Paladin was the actual shop runner, right? Or was it Zen something?
Paladin, the god Paladin, was a god in one of them. Yes. Well, supposedly Paladin. You're not really, you know.
But which ensued in a fun little entertainment of him just having scrolls just come straight to him and not looking away from Dana at all.
Because she wanted to steal from him and he knew it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to steal just his memories.
So after all that, Ashana went to get new boots with a pretty lady that apparently knew exactly what she wanted.
She did.
Okay, and then Dana and Zerai went to the temple, which I believe went to Zerai's god's temple first, which was Ta.
Correct.
Yeah.
Um, didn't really get much information there. Ended up going to Hoar, which found out that Paladin wants vengeance on Zerai. I went
Shocker, I know.
in that time frame. I went to get drunk with Mango, which proved we didn't get any information. Just drunk.
The one time you didn't want to get drunk.
Yeah, the one time I was actually like, you know what, I should probably avoid getting drunk.
And you ended up getting drunk anyway.
Ashana
Is the
went
way it
over
works.
to Dionysus, that
Correct.
area. Ended up getting invited to join the party. Graciously said no. But followed a red dragonborn that she noticed, and then proceeded to get a space alone and seduce, kind of, but also stealthily get away at the same time after she was
You make
done.
it sound so bad.
Hey, you know, he was enjoying the pain you were inflicting, so
This
he was
is true.
he was enjoying it as.
I mean, the only thing that was missing was the harder mommy.
Yeah.
Wow, you're all against me.
Which she
You
didn't
did
get
it
any
to yourself.
information,
I
That's
don't know what
funny.
you're talking
You
about.
enjoyed it.
but she did make a friend named Ronald, so.
I did make a
Plus,
friend named Ron. I robbed a friend named Ronald.
yep. I still think she should have taken all the gold, but he
You
only got
left
50.
some gold.
And I left him
She
25.
left Ronald a few gold. It's fine.
And a note. A note about the good time they had.
Oh yeah, and a note. That was a lie.
And then we went back to Dana and Zerai, which were in once they got to the front of the line for Hoar. That's where they found out Zerai, or Kaladin, had vengeance on Zerai. After they were talking, they went to look for Ashana. Then they all met. I can't. Was it like in the center? Kind of like in the center area.
Yes, we're the biggest. We're the main gods of the universe. Like the top gods, like Zeus, and the top gods.
Yeah, and so they all started talking about what they found, which we found. Zerai found out that Kaladin has been here a few days ago, but not exactly where it went after that. When they started talking, they noticed they started to get looks, and people started talking. So they decided that maybe talking in the open was not a good idea. Um, at that point, I believe Dana went to go to her god, and the other Ashana and Zerai decided to head to look for me and Mango, which me and Mango decided to go to the ship. And Zerai noticed this town was kind of in a shape of a potential rune. And I also saw rune look patron-ish, maybe possibly rune thing.
Yep.
So us four, well, me and Mango are heading to the ship. Sean and Zerai are looking for us. Dana found
More like
Dino?
you're being carried to the ship.
I'm the one doing the carrying. Mango's the one
Oh.
passed out at this point.
Oh right, Mango made him sober with
Yeah.
magic.
So now I'm like carrying Mango. And then Dana was looking for 3 different gods and found Danu? Is that how it's pronounced?
Correct. Danu.
Yep. And then she said something to the, like, in front of the.
Actually, why don't we hear from Dana? Dana, what happened right
Yeah.
there?
I have
Yeah,
it written
so
down. It's just kind of spotty.
I was looking for the god of my namesake and found a statue of Danu and left my spellbook as an offering. Afterwards, I was led away by priests to a chamber where I had a vision and met Danu, finding out that she was a Sartan and her lover was a patron.
Yep. And there were some other details that were.
You were about 4 years old. I remember that.
Yep.
What?
In the
There were some
current
other
time frame.
details that were given at that point. That you in this timeline are supposed to be
Are
about
alive.
4.
Oh, yeah. But did I discover that in that moment?
Yeah, because she even said, you are much older than you are currently.
Oh, I didn't put that together.
I don't remember. I wrote
I'm
down something about
pretty sure she
actually
said
Dana's
that you're
mother.
actually like 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Oh,
had to
boy.
she
see
said,
guy's
"Aren't you
camera.
supposed to
Sorry.
be like 4 years old?"
Mhm.
And like,
That's
and you even asked her, you had asked her, why did you save me? And she basically says that she knew that this would happen.
And that she would help you every time.
Anytime that choice ever came up, basically she would help you.
Mhm. I have that. I actually wrote that down. Yay.
Yes, it's kind of very important.
yeah,
Kind
I
of
did
helps
not
you
write that
along
down.
what timeline you might be on.
I am glad I rewatched the episode and wrote notes.
So, we left off as you all arrive back to the ship. You all, everybody but Dana arrived much earlier than Dana did. It took you guys a little bit to get there, and she arrived not long after you did because Zerai had to go find the other 2 Yahoos. The 2
The
and
drunkards.
the drunkards,
The
and
drunkard.
eventually you all arrive back at the ship. And that's where we left
Well,
off.
as soon as Mango crosses the bridge, I'm just going to take her hand, bring her to her room, lay her down, and close the door and go back to the bridge.
Yeah, she is drunk
I-
off
You
her
need
ass.
some time to sleep it off.
She is
She's
drunk off her
sleeping
ass,
this
and
one
she
off.
definitely needs some time.
Yeah.
She's going to hear about this in the morning.
So basically, the next episode when she's actually able to be back because she's not joining us today, so she's just gonna have to be in trouble later.
Basically.
So as you put her back down, put her in bed, the rest of the crew is awaiting you as you get back to the bridge.
No, none of the crew know. No, it's Dana, or not Dana. It's Victor and Mango that don't know about the whole horror situation, right?
They do not. They were too busy getting
Right.
drunk. However, they do have some information. They just have different information than you do. Maybe.
I mean, I think we only have the one bit of information, so
Yeah, but they do know that part too. So, because they
Ash is
did
the only
pass
person that didn't walk away with any information. That's impressive.
Well, you did get information, just different information.
that your buddy likes rough stuff.
Your buddy Ronald. You never forget that guy.
He's gonna wake up to that letter and
Nope.
be like, "Oh my god, I have
What
to find
happens
her."
in temple stays in temple.
This is a New Vegas.
So
Right?
I look over at Victor. I'm like, so we have a little bit of a situation, but I'm pretty sure we can all that you can see this one coming.
Okay, what's the situation?
Apparently, Kaladeem is here, and he did try to conscribe or
Mhm.
whatever it's called to the Temple of Horror to seek vengeance on me. But then he turned around and decided that he wants to do it himself. So yeah, he's looking for me.
Fantastic. That's understandable.
I mean, it's not.
So
No, it is what it is.
yeah. So basically,
We're fucked. Well, I'm fucked.
three
Y'all are
of
probably
us
gonna live.
are targets potentially.
Say that again.
So 3 of us are targets, with you being the main target, since some of us have
More
met
than likely, yeah.
Galadine. Oh, lovely.
But they don't know what we look like because when I spoke to the deacon or whoever he is at, or the priest at the temple, they didn't know what I looked like. They never got that descriptor.
Well,
So, we just kind of said, we don't know any Zerai, and walked away as quickly as we could.
well, that's a good thing. At least
Probably a
they
good
don't know what
idea.
you look like. It's
So besides getting drunk off your asses, again, did you learn anything?
No,
did
he's
see
not drunk at all. By the way, not
Well,
even a little bit. She is.
I'm assuming he was because Mango is.
Yep, but I did see a rune on a wall that looked maybe patronish-ish, potentially, but not really.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because I noticed when we were flying in, this town is shaped sort of like a rune in the same manner. And then I'm gonna take my notebook out of
Hey,
my
Luna.
robe, and I'm gonna start scribbling around like roughly the structure. And I'm like, is this what you saw on the wall?
Is it gonna be similar to what I saw on the wall?
No,
Or
it
should I
is
roll a-
completely different different
Okay.
sort of rune. But it does have the reminiscence of a patron rune. It's just that it seems more flowy because patron runes are very sharp and hard edged. This seems to have more wavy lines and more circles and more not as defined.
Okay. Is that kind of how the rune that I saw was kind of not defined, or it's just completely like separate?
It is definitely it is not doesn't have as much definition to it. So like patron runes
Okay.
are very very sharp lines and very
Okay.
hard edges. Everything about the patrons is hard. This seems very soft
Giggity.
and flowy.
I'll kind of look at it.
And more elegant than it is brute force.
I'll look at it and be like, yes and no.
The one she roughly draws for you. You drew the city one, correct?
Yeah.
Is also very very soft and more flowy than it is
Okay.
direct.
So they're both kind of flowy from what
Yes.
she saw and I saw. Okay. Kind of. I mean, slightly different, but yeah, definitely has similar features.
I wonder where these runes originated from.
I don't know. That's all I got because other than alcohol, they were having a lot of fun with other stuff there that we did not get involved with.
Yeah, this town seems like one big party, one big celebration to the gods.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was supposed to try to lie about that, but whatever. I'll tell Bean that. Don't worry about. Anyways. So, do we need to lay low? Is Kaladin here at the moment? Do we know?
He's here because he did visit the temple at Holar. However, they have no idea where he is. They don't know where he ran off to.
Okay.
As of this moment, I have no idea where to even begin looking for him.
So do we know that he's still on the planet, or could he be off planet by now?
I'm pretty sure he's still on planet.
Well, if he's... I assume he's potentially looking for information about how to use the book? Maybe?
Well, when we went to the magic shop, the owner said that they didn't know of anybody by the name Kaladin that came in for any resources or anything.
Is it feasible he's using a fake name?
It is feasible. But
how
how many
close,
red dragonborns are there in this town?
How close is the ship to
A few, I
the
think.
city proper?
So there's the three rings. You guys are parked in the last ring. So
On the
in
very
each
outskirts.
ring, and the warehouse, or so the very first one is the warehousing and where you guys landed, because that's where all the ships land. The second ring is like the market area, and it's probably a good half a mile wide all the way around the city. And then there's the center circle, which is probably about from edge to the center, is somewhere in the neighborhood of probably about 5 miles ish.
So we're fairly far from where we were.
Yes.
Before I would have left the central district, can I cast locate object on the Book of Magic?
Yeah, it's only half a mile, right?
It's 1,000 feet. So yeah, I think that's half a mile.
Roughly a half mile.
7,280 feet is a mile. So
so it's
basically
like
block.
a seventh,
like
about
a seventh of a
foot,
mile.
or a mile, yeah.
It does last for 10 minutes though. So as you're walking, you could,
Yeah,
do a small little path
I can-
all the way through the city.
I can cast it from the center and then head back towards the ship.
Go ahead and roll me a percentile.
$28.
You did not pick up anything on the way back to the ship.
All right. Unfortunately, as I'm coming back, I would say, unfortunately, didn't see anything on my way back. But that could have just been the path I chose. We could maybe scour the city a bit longer, but we should definitely do so stealthily, I would say, if he is here.
I think that's pretty much a good
Or
option.
or we send Ashana and oh fuck, the other one is drunk in her
Yes.
quarters.
I can go buy a gimp suit.
I can try.
Hold on.
I can try to search another part of the town today.
Still in the same day, aren't we?
Yep, you are
Yeah.
still in the same day.
Actually, technically, since I can use higher spell slots, I can use it 4 times a day, but that's risky.
Mhm.
Or I can use it four more times today, but that would be risky because I'd be using my 3rd level slots.
Yes, it is the same day, but it is getting towards evening because you guys have been searching the city for most of the day.
I'm assuming there wouldn't be any like animals in this city around us potentially.
Sure, there are animals around somewhere. They're probably
Oh.
you saw animals. People were riding, beasts of burden and things.
Ah. I'm gonna look at the captain. Like, I can try to go back to where I saw some animals and speak to them. Maybe they may have seen something.
Well, I'm sure there's city rats.
Actually, that's something you haven't seen.
Or
I mean, but the
pestilent
streets have been
birds.
busy, right?
The streets are very busy, but you haven't seen any. The streets were extremely clean. You didn't see. It's literally gods running the city. So you didn't see anything that was.
And it is also
Or
basically on an asteroid.
No, this is a
floating.
planet. This is a planet. It's a full-size planet.
Oh, I thought
No,
it was
no.
small too.
No,
I also
this is a
do
full-size
have.
planet. In fact, when you all originally delivered 3,000 years in the future, when you delivered, you had actually delivered on the far side of the planet. There's settlements all over the planet. You had actually delivered to a location on the far side of the planet.
Okay.
I also do have invisibility, so I could cast that on one of us.
I do have that as well.
Invisibility does last for an hour.
Well, we know that this is a planet of the gods, right?
Well,
This is a
Or a
town
city,
of
a
gods.
temple of the of gods, right?
Well, you've had an inkling that very powerful beings live here, or staying here as a more form of entertainment, apparently.
Where would Kaladim put himself up for a period of time if he was looking to find out how to use this book? What god would be his choice?
Huar.
But he wasn't there.
He would probably. I mean, actually, roll a religion check because this is definitely religious in nature.
Uh-oh. Can I pick my ghost first?
Oh, would you like a new ghost?
Yes.
Okay.
So, since we were going to temple at the time we woke up at this stage, I would have picked something along those lines of something knowledgeable about gods or religion.
So as you had woke up this morning, and well, actually you didn't find, but the whole thing is you didn't find out about that is actually really religious until recently. So I would say when you got back to the ship, you can choose to swap it out.
Okay, that'd work. Yeah.
And how would you like to get rid of your current compatriot? And how does that work? How are you swapping out your friend for your new friend?
What was my other friend's name? I didn't write it down.
I don't remember right offhand. Because did I write it down?
I
don't
just
know
realized I
if
can
I-
cast invisibility on 2 people. Did not realize that.
Accidentally.
Is that when it's upcasted? You can,
When you cast it
Yeah.
at 3rd level, yeah.
you can select an additional
Um,
creature. So that would,
Okay, Ronald
would
was
be helpful.
Dragonborn.
Ronald was a dragonborn.
if we went back out again, I would say that me and Ashana and you and Zerai should go check. Like
Why
you
do
two
I
should go
feel
check
like
the
it was
animals,
started with an R, or he never
and
told me?
we should just try to like locate in a few places, just to try to get a bit more done in today before we rest.
I don't remember what his name was right offhand. I'd have to actually go back and watch the episode where
that's
you
good.
picked
That's
the
a
new,
good plan.
where you picked the pirate, the pirate one. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
the
actually
pirate.
following you.
Yeah.
Then if any of us run into Caladim, we could just turn invisible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him if he knows anything of this place, and
He's like,
if it would be
"No,
better if I
laddie.
found someone else.
You might want to choose someone different than me because I don't know. I know about the open spaces and how to sail, but not like these.
All right. Do you mind if I pick somebody else and let you go?
Are you doing this in your own room, or are you doing
Yeah.
this? Okay.
I'm doing this in my own room.
He says, "No, lass, you can choose anyone you want."
Okay.
And as you kind of look, as he fades into the background, another you see random dead people walking around on quite often, and one of them you see is in priestly robes, a cleric of some sort. He might have your information.
You, sir, in the robes. Do you think you can help me out a little bit?
Yes, dear. What seems to be your issues?
We're trying to locate a dragonborn named Caladim, and he's supposed to be here in Temple, but I'm not sure where a dragonborn would go. I don't know their culture, and I don't know much about the religion here.
Well, I guess that would be up to what he was here to do.
Seek vengeance
Well, then
and
rather
have a book of
that would be
power.
Hoar, but is he looking to? I understand he's looking for vengeance. But is there anything he would need to do when he was here?
He'd need to learn how to use a book.
Might I suggest one of the gods of magic?
Okay.
Say, for instance, actually, go ahead and roll a history. Go ahead and roll your history check or your religion check, because you get your bonuses because you changed out your. What does she get? The world may never know because her machine does not like. But you do get do you not get advantage on that now, or is it just proficient? So you get an additional plus 2, correct? Or plus 3? Plus 3.
3. We're level
Because you gain
6.
proficiency in it.
Yeah.
So it's just another +3.
Yeah.
I'll be right
But
back.
that
Oh,
would
a
put
total
me
I'll be
of
able
at.
to hear, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
So that would be 4,
That'd put me-
5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
So you got a
Maybe
7.
I should use an inspiration because I think I still have 2.
You have. I thought you had 1 left after last week. I think you used 2 of them because you didn't roll so well when you were trying to seduce someone.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. Maybe possibly just 1. I'll use that though.
All right. Let's see if it gets any better because, need a better roll. Definitely want a better roll on this one.
Yeah, it's not
3
going
is
to be
pretty
any
bad.
better.
9, 10, 11, 12. So it's a 12. If I would need more information, my dear, if you to get to be able to help you more. Sorry.
Okay. Follow me around for a little while. Maybe listen, see if you notice anything, and let me know.
If anything pops out at me, I would be happy to help.
Okay. I'm gonna enter back into the main room and go to Dana and go tell me about this Kaladim, where he's from, what he does, what he believes, any information you have.
Um, well, I can give you more memories I have of Caladim. Didn't I give you everything specifically about Caladim last time?
Yeah, would you not?
No, I thought you gave stuff about why Keldon's
Why
just
it happened, but
angry. Not
not
about
the
Yeah.
specific him. I'm
Hmm.
asking about him specifically now.
Hmm.
Because you guys would have spent time with him, so you would know his religion, you'd know some of his personality traits, some of his beliefs, right? Or I would assume.
Somewhat. We came in to his search at a... I believe he was originally in search of the book for scholarly reasons.
Scholarly reasons?
Just to study, I believe.
I think so.
Is he like a historian?
He's a wizard like me, except he's more of the typical studious variety, I believe.
Somebody explain what studious is, because I've forgotten.
Oh,
Is that more like he
those who...
studies a lot more?
He's more of the academic type.
Oh,
Mhm.
nerd. Okay, got it.
That's typically what wizards are, but I just sort of passively learned instead of going to active learning.
You skipped the step and went straight to just, hey! I know.
It just took a few thousand years.
Well,
Uh,
what area or planet was he from?
but I'm trying to look through my past notes to see if... Okay. I'll give you the rest of what we know about him since we met him here.
In Temple?
No,
It was
not
still
here.
on the. It was still on
We
your
were...
world.
Yeah, we were still in Azmathu.
Talia. Or Asmathu, that's right.
So, okay.
Sorry, child.
Okay,
All good.
that's the Ladem. That's the Ladem stuff. So, okay. We, after heading back here, initially met Caladim, like as soon as. Well, we met Ladem in the future as well, and Ladem was supposed to get us back to our ship in that time, although dropped us back here in this timeline. As soon as arriving here, we met Caladim, who was in search of this book of magic.
The Book of Magic.
Yes.
Okay. Here in Temple?
No, on
Azimuth.
believe we were. Yeah, it was on Azimuth. I believe we were in Ishtar at the time, or no, we were in Salvin at the time when we first met him.
When you first met him, you were on the islands of Ishgard.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that must have been
because
neat.
it was literally outside the gates, where you guys, where the portal is to the library,
Mhm.
to one of the libraries, anyway.
Ash would know these areas, correct?
Yes, you know what the Ishgard Islands, and you know that that's one of the larger continent areas where one of the where well, this is a huge island chain. And then next to that is Zardia, and then Aria, and then Talia is the largest of the continents, or the smallest of the continents, and that's where most magic is on Azimuth.
So was he from Azimuth?
He's from Azimuth, correct?
We believe so. When we met him, he was already a follower of Hoar, so this seeking of vengeance um, isn't new for him. It wasn't just because of us.
But he's
When we
looking to gain scholarly knowledge about the Book of Magic.
Well, we believe it may have been for more scholarly reasons at first, but at this point it seems that he is seeking to use the power of the book to enact his vengeance. When we first met him, we met his broodmate, his lover, Jasmine, and during the assault on Talia, she died.
And
After
he's
that,
of
after that, he fled. At this point, uh, we don't really know what his original intentions were.
That doesn't bode well. Is there any place here that would assist him in learning stuff about this book? Temple of
I'm
Knowledge?
assuming
Temple of Magic?
I'm assuming if anybody else knew about the book, they would be trying to get their hands on it.
That would make sense.
Unless it was being kept from.
I mean,
So
it is the most powerful book in the universe.
you raise a good point with that. If we're in a domain of all the gods, and there is someone here who possesses the book that they would all seek out if it was known to be here, why not make it known that it's here?
Does
Unless you guys
Caladim
don't.
have the book?
Yes.
He wouldn't be anywhere without it.
But why would he want the gods to have the book if he wanted
If
to use
anything,
it?
no. If anything, I would think that he doesn't want the gods or the pantheons to know he has the book, because this book is all the knowledge of the universe, even on how to become a god.
Which means they
Him
would
having it
also.
threatens their power, so
They would cease
they
to
would
be
want to take
gods
it.
themselves.
Well, it would also mean that it would be able to tell them how to undo their godliness.
Exactly.
All of those points being said, good reasons to let word spread throughout the city that the book exists within it.
You want us to leak that? Is that what I'm hearing?
Seems better than scanning the city for days trying to find him, and then what, the five of us are going to take him on ourselves?
That's true. And within those 5 days, he may just leave if he finds any information that he needs.
He
The
may
thing
already have
is if
left.
word, well,
Well,
that there's that possibility, but also if word gets around and he gets word that a group of
We're here.
travelers from off-world
Mhm.
are putting word out that the book of magic is on this planet, he's going to know it's us, and he's going to look for us.
True.
And I don't want to be caught flat-footed.
So
I'm just
nobody
thinking
here knows where somebody would go to learn about a book of magic here in Temple as I scan the room looking towards that person.
With all the information that you have, go ahead and roll another religion check. But I'll give you advantage this time. So you'll get to roll it and then roll it again. And then take the higher of the two. I have left clues for you, but it's just a matter of you all figuring them out.
There's the
Good.
possibility that there's clues that
That's
we've
a crit.
forgotten.
Or things that you missed because you did other
That is
things.
a crit. That's a
That
natural
Or
is-
Sean
20.
just rolls a
That
natural
is a
20.
natural 20. So based on everything you know, he doesn't want anyone here to know that the book is here. So you probably, but he probably came here for a specific reason, for more than one reason. Maybe to find a place where he can research without the gods interfering, but maybe he had to get information from the gods on a place where he could research without the gods interfering.
So where would he go
He's not.
where the gods can't go? I'm gonna look and ask everybody here. Or where the
The other
gods
side,
would never
My,
go.
my first thought was the labyrinth, but I don't imagine he went there.
well, what about the others? Would I know what side of the planet we're on?
Yeah, you know what side of, you've been here before. You know that the other side of the planet is but the
War
gods could go
torn.
there.
At least in our
In
timeline,
your
it's war
timeline, it is
torn.
very war torn. But actually, because you're the only religious one in the group, Zerai. Go ahead and roll
I've got
me. I mean, you actually both of you can. I will allow you both to roll a religion check without just a regular straight up and with what she said, with what she's figured out. It is a DC 15.
Nope.
I will use my inspiration.
Actually, I will too. Or no,
Okay.
I'll let you do it.
Dana, in your travels, everywhere you've been, you've heard of places that the gods cannot affect, and they are outside of the physical universe.
Like pocket dimensions.
Like as in the sigil.
Like the city of Sigil.
Yeah. Like as in Planescape.
I've
You guys get to travel the planes if you want to continue.
Are we planeswalkers now?
oh boy.
Do we get loyalty abilities now?
No.
Well, he wouldn't go to the labyrinth. That's too much of a risk. But to avoid the
Some of the most
to avoid
powerful
the influence,
beings to just that the gods can't affect there because there are more powerful beings there. There are
isn't it like
other powerful beings.
agreed up? Isn't it
Yeah.
like agreed upon that
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 this
like Sigil is like the neutral zone?
Yeah, it's kind of the neutral zone for all gods, where gods cannot. They cannot affect it. However, if a god ever got replaced, it would probably also be reset with the rest of the universe.
Hmm. Yeah, so the labyrinth is too much of a risk for Kaladim, and if he's trying to avoid the influence of the gods, he may have gone to Sigil.
Sigil. Does Ash know what sigil is?
It's never been mentioned before.
Would she know just based on her own history?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to remember where Sigil was.
I don't know
It's in the
anything
middle
about
of the
Sigil.
wheel, but I don't know how to get there from the astral sea.
+4.
For 22 for history check. You've heard briefly about this fictional land that may or may not exist anywhere, and that it is on another in almost another dimension, but it's so the universe is how do I explain this? Hold on one second.
I get the I get the idea. It's like
Wimbly, nimbly, timey-wimey
interdimension,
stuff.
Yeah.
interdimensional place.
Yeah.
Like a haversack.
It's on a different plane of existence.
Okay. I didn't think that place existed.
It
It
exists.
certainly does. I've just never been there myself.
Doesn't seem like it's something that's real, but I've seen worse lately. Where is it? How do we get there?
I'll have to find a way to plane shift, because I don't think we can just travel there through the astral sea.
There's got to be a god of the ability to do it or know how.
If we had enough money, we could probably afford a scroll of plane shift, but that's going to run us a lot.
With a
That's
lot.
going to be several. It's going to be several thousand.
Well, it's not. Is it like 50 gold a spell level?
Well, it actually increases, but it's 50 gold usually ish for a scroll. However, you go ahead and give me. I will let each of you, now that you've kind of have some sort of idea I will say that you all can roll a insight. I will let you do insight or history or religion. I'll let you use one of the three.
Ooh, insight it is.
Rolled a 2.
I'm re-rolling that. I am tired of rolling like shit.
Do I have an inspiration point left? I think I still have one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you each had one left.
Yeah.
I
That
had
was pretty
3
good.
because I didn't use mine. Victor's the highest so far with a 24.
Surprising. Considering I probably wouldn't know anything about Planescape, would be my guess.
Um,
Did mine go through?
let's
Yeah, it did.
see.
'Kay.
12. Victor's a 10. Zerai was a 13.
No, I
24, thank you.
Victor's a
24.
24. I'm a
Sorry.
15. Ashana's 12, and Dana's a 10.
All right. So
Oh
Victor,
no, wait, Dana didn't roll.
No, I rolled a 10.
roll a 10. She did
Got
a
it.
history check.
Oh yeah. I'm dumb. Don't mind me.
Um, no, Victor. You've been around the universe a lot, and you've seen what type of power is kind of here. You you would think that one of the gods may or may not have a door here to another plane.
Would I potentially have an idea of like which god, or just I would be like I would assume a god would type thing.
Probably all of them.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, cool. We're gonna break into a god's shop and just find their door to sigil.
All right, BDSM shop.
I
Here we
mean,
go. Let's
they're
go.
all almost everybody, all the gods run the shops in the
Why
center.
would we pick a random god when we could just go to the temple of my god, since I'm a follower of them? They would more
We
than
could-
allow us.
We could try
Right.
to ask.
But why
ask
put
them.
extra hardship on us than we need to? We're already fucking up shit's creek without a paddle right now.
Well, what I'm saying is, if because we're mortals, we may not even be allowed to go to sigil through asking your god. And if that's the case, asking your temple, if that's the case, then we probably won't want to do that with your temple, but pick some other shop run by
Well,
a god.
the thing I'm saying is, let's try the path of least resistance first. If
Exactly.
that fails, then we go do something shady.
Sounds like a plan.
We just got shady in the back pocket.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Okay, so you are you going now, or are you going to wait till morning?
We
Wait
should
till
definitely
morning.
wait until morning, though, because I need to remake my spellbook. Thankfully, I have class features for that. I wouldn't just
Yeah.
leave my spellbook if I was a normal wizard.
So would we be doing a long rest then?
You'll do a long rest.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um, in the middle of the night, um, I'm gonna see who it happens to. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll roll a d8.
Oh.
Ashana. In the middle of the night, as you've seen, you've spent most of your life around ghosts and spooks and things coming to talk to you in the middle of the night, and it is about 2 o'clock in the morning, and you feel you kind of you're sleeping and you feel a presence in the room with you. And as you slowly turn and look over, you see a red dragonborn in the room with you. And but you see he's standing there just looking down at you.
Ronald's angry.
Is it Ronald?
No.
I'm
It
gonna
is not
look up at
Ronald.
him and be like,
Came back for seconds.
can I help you?
I see you were with friends looking for me.
Oh, this is Kaladim.
I understand you have been questioning about my whereabouts.
Yes. Interesting. Can I tell that that's a ghost?
Well, he seems completely. He seems all there. He doesn't seem like he's a ghost. It seems like he's completely there. It's you get the feeling that he's there, but he's not, because you felt ghosts before and felt the presence of spirits and things like that. It kind of has the same feeling, but it looks like he's there.
I need to kill the imposter.
So, like, not incorporeal.
Not incorporeal at all. He's literally there physically. But you get but you've been around spirits before, and you get the same feeling.
Does it?
I'm gonna slowly get out of bed and stand next to him and look at him.
You stand next to him and he just looks down at you. He hasn't touched anything or done anything in the room. He's just standing there with his arms folded.
Okay.
I will kill her. You know that.
Yes. There's a very good chance you will.
I wouldn't
But-
follow me any further if I were you. It will
Well,
not turn out well for any of you. This is your one warning.
You don't know us too well.
I'm going to pull out my dagger and take a slash.
As you go to slash at him, your dagger passes through his astral projection,
Oh God. Okay.
and he disappears.
Motherfucker.
We got to go find some Get Yankees to get.
I'm going to go
To take him
grab
out.
my bottle of wine and the 2 glasses and head right to Zarai's room. And give it a big bang and a knock.
Zerai, you get a huge knock at your door in the middle of the fucking night.
I kind of like sit up with a startle and I look over. I'm like, enter. Fuck.
And I'm going to enter, put the glasses down on the table, pour it, and look at her and go, I don't think he's dead, but he can astral project. And he's going to kill you. And
I just
sit down
kinda
in the
look
chair
at
and drink.
I just look at you like you're telling me something I already know.
Pour a glass
But I
of
don't
wine and then
say
just
it.
start drinking from the bottle.
Right?
And I don't drink.
Oh, more for me.
You're sitting there drinking alone. Did he at least say where he was or what's
No, but
any
we must be
information?
close. We must be close for him to come and threaten me.
You said he was
We're-
here but not here?
Well, he looked very much here. Didn't feel right, but he looked very much here. And when he said what he said, I took a swing at him with my dagger and pretty much passed right through him.
Can I do an Arcana check on that?
Yep.
Please let me get a good fucking roll. Okay, 17. So would I know that it's an astral projection spell?
You know that this is a 9th level spell that is necromancy of school, and that they can.
Would I know its range?
Range is well, the spell instantly ends if you are still on the plane that you are trying to project to.
So that means
Oh.
he's not on this plane of existence.
Well, it seems like we're on the right path at least.
I would
look
think
down at the
so.
line. I look back over at Ashana. I'm like, once you finish that class, please go get some rest. We have a long travel ahead of us. Thank you for the
Okay.
information.
I'm gonna finish the glass I have, leave the glass, leave the bottle, and leave the room.
I pick up the bottle. I notice it's almost gone. Huh? I set it back down. And I go back to bed. I at least try to go back to get bed, but I don't sleep.
All right, everyone can take a long rest. As you all wake in the morning, Ashana probably didn't sleep very well, but she did sleep.
Ashana, nor Zerai.
Nor Zerai. You all wake in the morning. What are you doing?
I'm making coffee. In the galley.
I check on Mango and she's still passed out.
She's out, cold.
There's a little puddle of vomit on the floor next to her.
Well, wait. If like the plan though is for us to leave Temple like and plane jump, shouldn't Mango just be like T-posing?
She will be T-posing, yes, but she's currently she's completely incapacitated at the moment.
She's inebriated.
I just wanted to make sure that we don't have to like retcon. No, she was actually just T-posing the whole time.
She will be joining you, and she will be transported with you when you all go.
Mm-hmm.
However, at the moment,
she's being held in a bag of holding.
She's being held in a bag of holding. Correct.
If you're being held in a bag of holding, can you still breathe?
No, you'll die.
No. It was a joke. She's not literally being held in a bag of holding.
Depends on the bag of holding. It's a haversack. It's a living being. Therefore, it could keep you alive. But you know.
Still no.
No, it'd probably
she
digest
has
you.
a T-pope. We in our my other D&D group, we quite often have a T-poser, and we call it T-posis. She has the disease of T-posis, and sometimes it goes around the room because like it will pass from one player to another. Like one will be here one week and the next one. So it's T-posis. It's a disease that goes around the party, and it just continuously gets passed around.
Nice. You're the saint.
So as soon as everybody's up and ready,
I will be heading to get coffee and see if Ashana made a bunch of coffee.
Of course. I'm a
Perfect.
traveler.
but I will meet. I'll meet. I'll wait for everybody in the galley.
Okay.
I'll probably like whip up some breakfast or something since I would probably give the cooks the day off or something.
Do we? I assumed I was using the create food and water at this point.
Yeah, you can.
Are we out of rations?
No, we still got
I don't
rations
think
too.
so.
Yeah.
And we would have restocked with coffee, I would assume.
Oh yeah.
And
Coffee, yes. Alcohol, no.
create food and water makes 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of fresh water.
Holy
Nice.
shit.
So
That's a feast.
yeah, we're all
Um,
thoroughly fed by that spell every day.
I'm gonna munch on whatever happens to be there and look over at Zerai and go, "Did you sleep well?"
Fuck no. I never sleep well.
At least now I know what dragonborn I'm looking for. Poor Ronald.
What do you mean you know
Who's
what
Ronald?
dragonborn you're looking for?
Yeah, what? Did you make a new
Oh,
Who's
friend?
Ronald? Hold on. Hold on. Who's Ronald?
that's neither here nor there. And Caladim visited me last night.
Yeah, but who's Ronald?
What do you mean he visited you last night?
He visited me last night, like in my room.
Not in the fun way either.
Oh yeah,
He
definitely
knows we're
not in the
looking
fun
for
way.
him. He knows we're looking
So
for
he
him.
was.
Oh.
So he's here in Temple.
No. It was an astral projection.
Yeah, he wasn't all there. He looked all there, but not all there. Definitely not all there.
So we obviously can't sneak up on him in any way, shape, or
If
form.
he's capable of projecting like that, we need to be a lot more careful.
Well, I wish he wouldn't. He doesn't need to see me in my knickers.
Could have been worse.
Regardless, what I'm saying is like we need what? Don't we have like
So-
a tiny hut spell?
So basically, you're saying don't split the party. Got it.
I don't know. Does
Some
somebody
sort
have
of-
a tiny hut?
No.
I thought we had like some sort of dome or something that we could converse
Oh,
in.
That's a wizard spell.
yeah.
I swear,
So
I
if
thought we had
anybody
one,
has
but-
it,
Yeah,
if
I'll
anyone
be
has it, it's Dana.
I'll be I'll be looking for it. I thought we already had something like that.
No,
So I was just checking.
I have a spell of invisibility for the group.
Oh, that's three of us.
Oh,
who have
that's
that spell
nice.
then. Shit, we could
Even
just
though
make
it's not
ourselves-
on my list here.
We could just all make everybody invisible and run around town.
Well, we know he's not here
Yeah,
in Temple. So we are free to travel as we see fit. We should save all the invisibility hoopla until we find out where he actually is. But even then, I don't think it's going to help us, considering astral projection is a 9th level spell. It's a spell that not even Dana would have access to at her fullest power.
So that means he's definitely something we're gonna have to work at defeating first.
yeah. I should be looking for Liamon's tiny hut as soon as possible.
It's a good spell.
Where would you get that spell from?
Well, I can always add it to my spell book if I find a scroll, but we're also broke.
Just a little bit.
Is there anything we can do here that can generate us some money?
Can we rob people?
In a city of the gods, I don't think robbery sounds like a very good idea.
Eh.
And none of us are bards, so we can't do any cool bard stuff.
Dana's not, but I'm looking right at Ashana.
Actually, is there a
Wait.
god of performance here?
Certainly.
I'm sure
There are
there
gods
for
is. Yeah, there's
music,
gods for just about
revelry.
everything that you could possibly think of.
Karaoke in D&D. Ta-da!
I said that earlier,
We're
didn't
gonna enter
It's
a karaoke championship.
Please
Well,
spare what
let's
little
see.
sanity I have.
Don't
I
worry,
will be hanging up.
we won't
Welcome,
actually
Dragon Knight.
Let's see. Let's go explore the city.
Okie dokie.
Not a bad idea. We should all
And
stay
see-
together this time, though.
If we can
Agreed.
gain some cash. And I'm gonna look at them and go, y'all seem a little out of time. Let's find you some clothes.
I look down at my robes. I'm like, my robes are fine.
Yeah,
They
what's
fit
wrong
in
with
with
this
the
outfit?
surrounding.
Dana has
Okay.
never considered her clothes because the way I imagine it is that she was found naked and just had whatever like robe was sitting in storage on the Evergiven just thrown over her.
I mean, Victor's dressed this
Hmm.
way since he was with Ashton, so this is normal dress for him.
Are they like misplaced since they're 3,000 years in the future?
I
A
would be-
little bit. I mean, things have changed
Mm.
in time wise. People wear different
I-
things throughout
I
different
would-
times, but it could be one of those. Hey, people are wearing bell bottoms again, so you never know what's in style.
I mean, I'd be kind
Yeah,
of
but I
dressed like
figured the
Thousands
temple.
of years in the future.
Well, they were very sore thumbs at the last place we were at.
Well, the
I mean,
thing is Zarai's formal wear, her robes would look either identical or extremely similar to the robes that the priests of Ta would be wearing.
Yes, they do. They
Because-
haven't changed much in 3,000 years because they're
Yeah, a
priests and
priesthood wouldn't change their clothing in.
They may have changed the different types of fabric they're using, but it's all the same thing.
Yeah, mine might be a finer or more quality fabric, but it's still the same robe.
I mean, my outfit would be kind of like a pirate's, like a hat, dress type shirt.
Yes, you'd be kind of dressed the same as Ashana.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I could always copy scrolls for someone to try to earn a little bit of money.
I'm not sure if we're gonna earn any money here in Temple, considering that even a pair of shoes are a couple thousand gold. But we definitely need to make some money if we're gonna get that particular spell and make it to another plane of existence.
Well, with our plans, hopefully we're not paying anything to plane hop.
Well,
I
do you
don't
know
think
how to
that
do it?
is-
Because I don't think any of us know how to do it.
Oh no, I don't.
No,
It's just
I know
we're
where
in a
to.
place
I
where
know
all the
where to
gods
go.
should be able to.
If you
I know
have
where to
enough of an
go.
offering.
I don't think the temple would withhold one of their disciples from using it.
Oh, gods are fickle things. Let's go. Get this on the move.
Let's do it.
All right, so you all
Are we just gonna leave the bird here?
No,
I'll carry the bird.
Someone should probably go wake her up.
You get
Get
her
her
out.
some
You
coffee.
get her up, and she's drinking some coffee, and she's just not feeling so hot. She's just like lagging behind all of you.
Would I be able to like
I'm not
carry her?
I'm not casting lesser restoration on her. I'm letting her suffer.
Would we just leave her in the ship? We could just leave her in the ship.
No, I'll carry. Wait, can I carry her like piggyback style?
You could.
Because then,
Except
if we
for the
take her
problem
with
is,
us,
is if you don't take
if
her with
something
you,
happens,
if you don't take her with you and you find a portal and you walk through it, you're gonna leave her forever. You'll leave her behind.
Yeah. No,
forever.
I'll
Yeah.
take her with me.
You don't have to carry her. She can walk.
Yeah, she'll just.
Okay.
She's just T-posing in the back. She has T-pososis.
I look at Dana. Can't you just shrink her down to fit in someone's pocket?
I don't know that spell. I would love to, but
Obviously, I'm being facetious, darling. Fine.
I mean, I could.
We can make her a pocket burb.
A pocket
Pocket
bird.
bird. Huh. Think she could sit on my shoulder? I've always wanted a pirate parrot.
Actually, is enlarge reduce a spell that clerics can use? Or no, that's enhance ability. I'm mixing it up.
You're thinking of enhance ability. I think enlarge and reduce is a druid spell. I could be wrong though.
Why you gotta
It
yawn?
is
I don't know.
Because I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, me
for
too.
bards, druids, sorcerers, wizards, and artificers.
I'm running an hour of sleep, so
I know the feeling because I was up early too. So I was up at 4:30.
That was me
Or actually, I was
yesterday.
up at 10 minutes till 6
Oh.
this morning because I actually
I was
got
gonna
to
fall
sleep in.
asleep. My brain would not shut the hell off.
That's my problem.
My issue is the sound that's coming. I can hear it's been raining for the last week and a half or week here, so it's raining again.
Okay.
I'm surprised it's not
Also
raining
play
here
this.
right now. It's been raining all day.
Yep, I can hear the rain falling. Anyway,
Cold.
raindrops keep falling on my head.
Fallen.
Anyway, so
Kill the Rangers.
kill the raindrops. I wish
Yes.
somebody would stop the raindrops because they keep falling and they don't stop.
Have you seen the rain?
Yes, I did. I'm dancing in the rain.
How many songs could we name about rain?
All of them. Purple rain.
Oh,
I was just
God.
about to say purple rain.
Chocolate rain?
Yes. Well, listen.
So, you all head back into the city with our friend Mango kind of lagging behind you just a little bit. Where are you headed? Into the market district, or are you going further into the city?
Did we want to stop in the market first?
I mean,
Uh,
I don't have anything to do there, so unless anybody else does.
we don't have the money, and it's really hard to steal from these shops.
Yeah, that doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
But do you have to steal from the shops?
Ooh. Can I steal
we
from
don't
people?
have to steal from the shops.
We don't really have.
There are.
What else are we gonna do? We could trade. I
Are
guess.
there not patrons that are coming into the shops and spending money?
We could pretend to sell stuff in the shop.
Or what do I have?
Are you suggesting we rob a person?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just throwing ideas out there.
I mean, I did ask if we could rob people.
She's trying. Don't
Multiple
listen
times.
to God. She's trying to get us in trouble. She's trying to get you to fucking pickpocket it.
No, that I am. I'm being influenced
Last
by a
time I
higher
listened
power.
to God, I almost killed my party.
I'm being
What you're
influenced
saying
by a higher
is-
power that we should
I
find
should
someone in an alley and rob them.
I should try
Hey,
sleight of
Kristen.
hand, is
Huh?
what you're saying.
Kristen,
Yes.
I cast Fireball.
How big? I know you didn't ask how big the room was.
Is there
Or I didn't ask if my fucking teammates were right next
Yeah,
to
you
my
also
target
did not
either.
ask if all of your friends were the only ones in the room. And some of us were small spiders attached to the ceiling.
See,
and
this
in the
game,
blast
this
area.
game isn't the only game I make stupid mistakes in.
I'd hope not. What fun would D&D be if we didn't?
She
I
only tried to
kinda-
kill all of us.
Kinda
Only
wanna try
like
to
3 of
pickpocket
you.
somebody, to be honest.
Let's
Only
Um,
3 out of 5.
What are the closest shops we see right now?
As you're walking up, you do see there are the closest shops. Let me roll a dice and I'll tell you.
Do these people, do they look like we could pickpocket them?
That and the two closest shops that you have are an actual it looks like they sell magical, some sort of knickknacks, maybe small little items, some sort of magic stuff. Maybe like they like components for spells and things. And then the closest shop that you next to you see is they sell fruits and vegetables.
Which one has more people?
Which
The
one looks like
vegetables
they might-
seems like they have a few more people, kind of, because they're taking a little bit longer. They don't know exactly what they want, and so they're kind of milling about a little bit more. The other
So
ones, they
would we-
seem to know exactly what they want, and they walk in and then get what they want and leave.
So if we tried to
Okay.
pickpocket someone, would we have advantage?
Hold on, how many people are here, like, in this market? It's a
I
Oh,
really
busy.
can't believe y'all are about to pickpocket somebody.
Tens of thousands of people around the entire.
Perfect.
I will
mean,
be
would-
right back, guys, and I'm just gonna wander over to the vegetable stand.
Okay.
I would assume.
1 second before you go, I'm gonna cast Locate Object on a platinum piece.
Platinum is only 10 gold.
That's the highest denomination of currency that Dana has probably ever seen
Yes.
or is aware of.
So as you go and you cast it, you're pretty much like almost blinded by everything that is around you because they are everywhere.
Like, everyone's pockets is lined with platinum.
There are
Pretty
many
much.
of them that are lined with platinum.
We are the only ones who currently do not have platinum
Basically,
in our
when you
pockets.
go locate object and it says platinum and it says poosh everywhere.
Actually, question. Since I have Unseen Servant, could I use the servant to steal from people since he would be invisible?
You can give them an action. You can tell them what to do, and then they perform that action, no matter what it is.
Reach into someone's pocket and
cannot-
take everything out.
I'm totally down for that.
Just some invisible force. Like, oh,
They don't know what they would be taking,
sticking
but
their,
yeah.
Who's sticking their
I would
hand in
pretty
my
much
pocket?
tell them, take anything. Could I tell them take anything shiny? Because I'm assuming
Metal?
platinum would be. Yeah, I'm assuming it would be pretty shiny.
Anything metal?
We gotta be
I would put
very.
metal.
We still have to be cautious about this, though. Like, I feel like an unseeing servant might be a little.
Could I go
Tethered to
somewhere
this.
that's? Could I go somewhere kind of like dark and blend and hide in the dark while the servant does it?
I mean, you could go over to the warehouse district and cast it and send it into the market, I guess. But as it's invisible and it will literally go in a straight line to someone, do the thing, turn around, and then come back to you.
Yeah.
It's not
because
gonna
you would
make a
have to-
difference.
People might run into it because it's unseen, you know, because it doesn't know any better.
Would I be able to just pickpocket with my mage hand?
You can certainly try.
Okay. That way, at least I'm not right next to the person.
Y'all are gonna get us
Is
fucking
your
arrested.
mage hand cast by a rogue? No, it's not. It's visible.
Yeah, it is visible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm just
Could I
gonna
do-
wander away from the group, smiling and waving, into a fairly large group of people.
Yeah, there's a few
And-
people, and they're looking at fruits and kind of, you know, measuring them up and seeing which ones they want.
I'm gonna use some stealth to kind of not be. I'm gonna blend into everything else.
Roll a
In the
stealth
fucking
check.
packet.
Sticking with the karaoke idea, could I do a singing performance in the middle of the market and see if I can make any money off of it?
You can certainly try.
Hell yeah! This would be great.
Okay, and you believe you're unseen.
And
I believe you're very quiet.
This way, you know, we also.
I'm gonna
won't get arrested.
run. Oh shit! How would I do that? Can I use acrobats to do the pickpocketing?
No, you can use sleight of
think it-
hand.
Is that it?
That is the skill for sleight of handing your hand in sort of not being detected.
It's the hand of sleight.
All right. I'm going to use sleight of hand and
I'm gonna
hope
wait
I
till
don't get busted.
I'm gonna wait to see how this goes before I do the performance roll.
I can't add anything for performance to it or anything like that. No, well, we're good. Okay, we're good. We're good. I got this.
Good luck.
This is the point, Nova, where you're supposed to
Break a
use
leg.
use your points and give them some inspiration. But you know, let's see what she gets. Oh, look at that!
Disadvantage. Give them
Nova
no quarter.
gives you advantage on that. You can gives you a point advantage on your next roll.
Nice. So, what does that do?
You can roll it again.
Okay.
Good
Roll
job,
it again and
Nova.
take the highest.
Good job. She definitely needs it right now. She rolled a 13.
I'm so tired.
Let's see what you get. Much better. She rolled a 19 instead. As you kind of walk up to somebody and you stick your hand in their pocket and you pull your hand back out and you walk away, you look down and you have 15 platinum pieces in your hand.
Woof.
Nice. I'm gonna obviously slide that into my pocket. I'm gonna wander a little bit around the doorway of the market and try again on another person.
All right, you walk over to another section. Go ahead and roll again. A stealth check.
Rogue doing rogue things.
Do another stealth check, and then do another sleight of hand. Stealth 26, very good. She's doing the
Definitely not
stealth
seen.
thing.
Okay, and sleight of hand.
Let's see if you do it just as well.
Oh my
And-
god. I fall on my face.
No, you don't. That's
Oh,
a
no, I
natural
don't.
20.
Oh, I thought that was a 1.
That would have been hilarious, though.
You reach in and you pull out a handful of money. And I need. I already rolled the 1. Because you did so well, I'm gonna roll another set. Do I even have it? Oh, I do have another set right here.
Oh, it's in my bag. I left him with 25. I still have that money.
Yes, she still has that money. But you reach in and you pull out an actual a small pouch of money. Instead of reaching in, they actually have a pouch of money, and as you pull it out, it is fairly heavy.
All right.
And as you look inside, there are 34 platinum and 50 gold pieces and 53 silver.
And what did I pick off the other guy? 15 platinum, right?
15 platinum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So far, you've made 490 gold plus the 50. So that'd be 440 gold.
540 gold. It was
540.
490.
Because platinums are how many?
10
each?
per
10?
10 gold each.
Yeah.
So if I have 15, 49 platinum. Oh God, you guys are making me math?
You don't have to math. You can add it.
490 plus 50. We just did it.
You can do it in the app, on your character sheet. You go to your inventory, and you can add the gold in individually of everything that you picked up.
Oh. Oh.
No math involved. It does the math for you.
So I'm gonna try to mage hand pickpocket someone who is in a group of distracted people.
There are
with a
plenty of groups
particularly
that are talking amongst
glowing
themselves.
waistband.
And you find someone. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check. You don't have to roll the stealth because you're not going up to them. Third time is the time someone gets caught. That is correct. But
21.
Oh. You roll up and you find. Oh shit.
You find a shit.
Nope. You find. You reach into their. They have a small bag. On their
You
thing,
find Mr.
and
Hanks.
you manage to slide your hand, your mage hand into their bag, and you pull out a bag. And as it brings it back over to you, you look inside, and it doesn't seem to have a bottom.
Oh no.
You found a bag of holding.
Guys, I know how we're going to complete this campaign. I know how we're going to defeat Caladium.
Bag of holding.
We're going to put a bag of holding inside a bag of holding.
You're goddamn right we are.
Destroy the universe? No.
Well, I thought it just does a nuclear bomb.
It creates
sort
a
of
black
deal.
hole.
Yeah. Worse than a nuclear bomb, but along the same vein.
Yeah, let's just destroy the planet in the first place and just mess up the whole spell and let everything happen the way it happened. What could go wrong?
Nothing.
I mean,
It depends what the bag of holding's being used for. She just
there
stole a bag
anything
of holding.
in this-
We have no idea what's in
You
it.
have no idea what's in it because you have to figure out. You can turn it inside out and dump it out if you wanted to.
Yeah, not here.
No, not here.
I'm going to realize what I grabbed and start getting out of this crowd of people into
Yeah, I'm
a
gonna
more
make-
secluded space.
My way back to the group.
All right,
I'm
I
gonna
need to write down
try-
what is in this bag of holding so I don't forget.
Well, you do
Actually,
that.
probably
I'll
back to the
actually
group.
try my performance thing. Just see if I can pull it off.
Yeah, the odds in you actually pulling this was 1 in 100 of pulling a bag of holding, and I rolled 100.
Oh wow.
Let's go.
0, 0, 0. And I'm like, well,
What
I
Does
got
sucks?
a bag of holding.
Does 17 allow me to do any singing for money? Or no?
No fucking way. I just
What?
rolled on another percentile, another 100.
Damn.
What the hell?
So is
Someone
there
just
already
throws a
another
bag of
bag of
holding
holding
in.
in the bag of holding?
No, there's not a bag of holding inside the bag of holding. No, but that just means there's 100 platinum pieces in there.
Nice.
We're rich.
And um
Smart.
and I will also have, let's see, I'll roll it one more time. And
Another bag of holding.
no, there's not another bag of holding inside of that bag of holding because you would be not existing here. It's fine.
What if it's a regular bag that's holding a bag of holding?
Oh,
There's a barrier between the two bags of holding. Would it be able to hold it?
I think that would be really stretching the existence idea.
So you head
But the
back.
bag of holding wouldn't be inside the bag of holding. It would be inside the bag that's inside the bag of holding.
No. So you head back. You head back to the ship to figure out what's in the bag. Is that what you're doing?
I was gonna head back to the group.
Okay,
And
you get back to the group. Is anybody else doing anything while that's happening?
does the 17 give me any money?
I made
The
it back to the
performance?
group.
Performance of 17 as you do.
I
Yeah,
just assume I do like she.
you make 34 gold pieces.
Yeah, better than nothing.
Honest day's work.
I actually contributed positive.
So I'm guessing you're gonna go to a secluded place and dump out the bag.
yeah, I just wanted to like gather the group and be like, we have come check this bag out.
All right. So inside the bag, you find 100 platinum pieces,
Nice.
6 gold pieces, 93 silver pieces, and as you're dumping the bag out, a crossbow falls out onto the ground, and a wand.
We could sell those.
Wow.
Okay, sorry. How many? You said platinum.
Was 100.
Platinum was 100. Gold was
6.
and
Silver was 93.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Identify on the wand.
You cast Identify. You can actually do multiple things that you can see like many things at the same time. It is a wand of the.
And I'm
War
going to cast it as a ritual so it doesn't burn a spell slot.
Wand of the War Mage +2.
Do I recognize the crossbow?
The crossbow is also magic, and it is a crossbow +2.
Oh.
Wow,
What
that's
does
nice.
Wand of
I
the
really
War
like
Mage
that.
do?
Wand of the War Mage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good for casting spells.
Okay.
Especially
So,
if they're 2-hit spells.
Victor.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take this one. It's been serving me fairly well. And I hand Victor my wand of the +1 wand. Attuned to the
Fuck
+2 wand.
Zerai, I guess.
Yeah, I was saying Zerai would be better for that than me.
Your cantrip is a save. That's why I was like,
Guiding Bolt
'Cause-
is a 2-hit.
Guiding bolts are 2-hit.
that's true.
I'm
I was more thinking of Eldritch Blast.
I'm gonna grab
Um,
it and kind
Spiritual
of
Weapon is
drive.
also a 2-hit.
I'll take
Does
the
that apply
wand
to
and kind
that?
of hand it
No,
to
that
Zerai
doesn't
and be
apply
like,
to that because it's a spiritual weapon. It doesn't apply to
Okay.
that one.
Captain, I think this is better for you.
Well, thank you.
So you get a Wand of the War Mage +1, Jade.
But I appreciate
Yeah,
the thought, Dana.
And who are you giving the crossbow to?
I figured that would be good for Ash.
Yeah, I was going to give that to Ashana.
Well, this should be handy. Are there any bolts with it?
Just
No.
regular bolts, not magical. But because they're
just have
shot from
to
a
hit
magical
people.
crossbow, they have magical properties because they're shot from a magical crossbow.
Okay.
You just have to hit people with it.
I just need to know how many bolts I have.
You could regular crossbow bolts. You would probably start with 20.
I don't know how to add this.
So go into your inventory. Go over
Yep.
go over to manage.
Manage inventory. Okay.
And then in the search, look up crossbow +2, or just crossbow, and it'll pop them up, and then you can just find the +2 one.
Also, someone else should probably hold this bag. I shouldn't be holding onto a bomb at all times.
I'll hold on to it. We'll just start stuffing bodies into it because you all seem to leave them everywhere.
Did you find the crossbow +2?
Well,
I
maybe somebody
did
might
not.
learn it. We'll have an army.
You want me to add it to your character sheet?
Well, I'm trying. Oops.
No, it's easy enough to find.
Yeah, 'cause I'm not finding it.
All right, so you go to your inventory, go to manage inventory.
Yeah.
In the filter weapons, type crossbow.
Kristen.
Huh?
It does add to my
And
spiritual weapon.
Oh, it does, and then click
Yep.
the magical button, and it'll bring it up easier. And then just scroll down
Because
until
I
you
just-
see crossbow. It will be we're gonna say it is a. Actually, which one is it? I'll do 1, 2, or 3.
Well, that's good.
It is a light crossbow. So find light crossbow +2.
Oh, one is definitely a good choice for you then.
Light crossbow.
So it should
Yeah,
say
because if
crossbow,
I could-
comma, light +2.
If I hit somebody with the
See, I
guiding
see the
bolt,
+1.
Scroll
it
down.
gives the next attack advantage.
Oh, damn.
It should be blue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
oh,
that's a
there
good
it is. Yeah.
point. Maybe, honestly, I'm looking at my spells, and most of them, other than cantrips, are saves. So why not you take the +2, since you actually have more to hits throughout your spells?
And then I would just add regular bolts, or no?
Yeah, regular bolts.
But I attuned to the wand, and it added +2 to my spiritual weapon.
Yeah, so Jade's got the
Okay.
+2. I'll keep the +1. And Shauna's got the +2 crossbow. And we got a bunch of money. Now we should go to a place where we can buy scrolls.
Well,
Agreed.
as Shauna has
Um,
a lot of money, we don't know how
And
much
Shanna
money she
hasn't
has.
told you guys anything yet.
You also don't know much about Sigil, other than a little
I-
tiny bit that is a city in the plains that is the center of the universe.
Yeah, we should probably also figure some stuff out about that place.
Before you go buy a plane shift scroll.
I'm assuming there'll be a library on here somewhere that may have information.
I'm thinking that after hearing that Caladim astral projected to us last night, that we need the tiny hut as soon as possible. So once I realize that, like, the bag of holding held a lot of money, I'm going to be like, well, I need to get this spell ASAP for us. Because we can't discuss plans outside of it.
Good point.
Nova, that would suck.
Okay.
I'm down to do whatever.
So you're looking for one of the hut spells? Which one?
Either Tiny Hut or Leomin's Tiny Hut. They're the same mechanically.
But
I would like Leomin's Tiny
but are
Hut,
they
though.
the same level? And can you learn it, or is it just a scroll? Or are you just looking for a scroll?
Well, I was going to look for a scroll that I could put into my spellbook.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 3rd level spell. Yeah, Liamon's Tiny Hut.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I just read a spell that I have on my spell list that's always prepared called Non-Detection.
Oh.
That must have been what I was thinking about. What is non-detection?
Yes. Hold on. For the duration, which is 8 hours, you hide a target that you touch from divination magic. The target can be a willing creature or a place or an object no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. The target can't be targeted by any divination magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
That sounds pretty good.
That'll be very
This
helpful.
might come in handy.
Yeah, if we get out of character, I'm saying this. If we get something that Kaladeem wants, we can use that on it, so he can't tell we have it. But yeah, we'll
Problem
still
is, it's
need.
a 3rd level spell, so
Yeah, Tiny Hut's also a 3rd level spell. So now we're at the point where we need to be worried about scrying.
yeah, true.
+7. Okay, good. All right. So you're gonna find you easily find a you can find either one of the spells in scroll form fairly easily, and it would cost you 200 gold for the scroll.
Okay, so that's 20 platinum. Right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Anything else you're looking for currently? Because I need to know exactly what you're looking for.
Before we head out, we should probably stock up on healing potions.
I think we're all stocked up on healing potions from when Ladem.
Bought you a bunch.
I have 3. And I know
4
Victor
in
is
total.
probably low.
I have 2.
Wait, does
could
this
probably-
mean I'm actually being an effective healer to the point where you guys aren't using your healing
Oh wait,
potions?
no, I have 3. I don't think I've used one since we got them.
Yeah, I have 2.
I haven't used them
I
since
haven't
the second
used him
date.
either. He gave us 3 each, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so I forgot to add one to mine.
What about superior healing potions or something?
We could shell out for a few of those.
Yeah.
Might not be a bad idea.
Because I'm thinking the squishy ones, the squishy people in the party might need one.
We have no squishy people. What are you talking about?
We have two spellcasters. Spellcasters are
So
typically squishy.
what are you
Yeah.
looking for? Superior or supreme?
Superior.
Superior are 500 each.
Oh Jesus, I forgot how expensive they were.
What about greater?
Greater are 100 each.
Oh, greater.
I'll
Okay.
do greater.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, we can get a couple of graders, I think.
Because I'm figuring get one for Victor, one for Dana, and one for Ashana. Because me and Mango are both pretty tanky.
Hmm.
Like I'll like with
I'd shell out at least one.
Yeah, I'll buy at least one. We could
'cause
probably afford
with
to get at least one for everyone.
If I did roll a bad roll and just summoned a boss monster, they would, it would happen. Because somebody could
It
accidentally
would happen,
screw up a
and
roll.
we would probably struggle. But with Shield of Faith, I can bring my AC up to a 21. I am pretty fucking tanky.
Yeah.
I'm also running around in heavy armor.
I mean, true.
Does this take gold away as you add stuff to your inventory?
You have to manually do
You
it.
have to manually do it.
Mhm.
It doesn't know how much it costs because the cost could change in variation. So it's 100 gold. You also, if you are run out of gold itself, you actually have to manually subtract platinum and change platinum into gold on the character sheet because it doesn't do that
It's
for you.
very counterintuitive.
Oh, well, damn it.
Hold on, Shauna, you're trying to add, you're trying to subtract some gold.
No, I haven't done anything yet. I just bought one healing potion.
So
Greater, because that would be the 100 gold, right?
correct. So just subtract 100 gold from your character
Or
sheet.
10 platinum.
Or 10 platinum.
Okay, 10 platinum. Remove. Okay,
Alright,
perfect.
I got one too. So now I've got 70 platinum.
And you also
17
bought
gold
one for
and 93
Victor,
silver.
correct? Who
Okay, I
bought
cannot afford
who bought
it.
one for
Oh
Victor?
yeah. I'll buy the one for Victor. Should we have like an extra one, you think? And then
I mean, it couldn't.
If
I
we
think-
get an extra one, I'll hold on to it.
oh wait, I don't have to. Yeah, Victor, you
But I
added your
can't buy it
inventory.
because I only have 41 gold. Because I don't have a means to gain money like y'all do.
You can give her some gold.
I mean, couldn't you do like a performance for like a teaching people
For
about your
performance,
god?
I have a +3 to performance. It's not happening.
How
I'm gonna
much do we
give
have in total?
her...
Well, what
Well,
is your
after-
religion one though? What do you have for
After
religion?
buying that, I'm at 39 platinum and 160 gold.
Okay. I have 60 platinum. So what if like
I have 83 gold.
what if everyone had like
You have 60 platinum. You have 600 gold.
yeah. So if I give like 10 to Mango and Sarai, and then everyone has some currency on them.
Yeah, and I will purchase a greater potion for Zerai.
Okay, I'm gonna add I'm gonna add to Mango's character. I will add 10.
Okay.
I will add 10. So you're giving Mango 10 platinum?
Yeah. I'll give Mango and Sarai 10 platinum, and then
Thank you.
you picked up just some gold, right, Harambe?
Yeah.
I'll give you like 8 then. That'll put me down to 32.
Platinum, right? Is what you're saying?
8 platinum.
Thank you.
All right, now we all have some money.
A little bit.
No, I was thinking you could use like religion or something. Talk people into giving offerings for your god.
That would require me to use scrying, which I don't have.
Oh, gotcha.
Because scrying
Yeah.
is like basically fortune telling divination spell for
Okay.
clerics, but I don't ever take it because it's not useful.
Gotcha.
Oh, it might be now.
I could get augury and like ask people like give really really shitty fortunes to people.
That's basically what scrying does.
Perfect. Make a bunch of money by giving shitty fortune.
I honestly kind of wait. Yeah, augury's a ritual spell. I kind of want to buy augury actually.
Actually, I have augury always prepared.
Oh,
Perfect.
we should
You have a
we
way
should
to
use
make
that
money.
sometime. Maybe it'll tell us if we're gonna die.
You can't see that craziness into the future. Right? We don't know.
Fuck, we can barely see that type of craziness 10 minutes from now.
Fair.
True. Don't know who causes it, but true.
Oh
Let me
crap!
see, by
I have
casting
lucky.
gem
Yeah, you get lucky.
inlate sticks, rolling
Damn.
dragon bones, laying out ornate
I need to
cards,
get
or
lucky.
employing some other
You're not the
divining
only
tool,
one.
you receive an omen from an otherwise related about results of this only works for me. This doesn't work on other people.
Damn.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it
Victor,
says
what was the item you got when you went before you went into the labyrinth?
The item I got?
Yeah, everybody got an item.
Yeah. That's a great
yours?
question.
Wasn't yours
I
a
thought we got
quarterstaff?
you the crossbow.
No, it was the quarterstaff, but I traded it.
Or you traded it to somebody?
I traded it to Louis when Louis was still,
Alive.
because I didn't ever use it.
No, somebody had that quarterstaff because they used it to hang Louis's arm off of.
That was somewhat. Yeah, we definitely had a quarterstaff.
Well, I have a quarterstaff, but I had a quarterstaff +1, but I traded it with Louis because I don't ever really use my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I don't
Well, what
remember
did
any of us grabbing it after that.
You
Yeah.
didn't.
No, it's
we can
still
retcon that you did if you want to add it back to a quarterstaff +1 to your character sheet.
Okay. Then you know what? I'm gonna sell my regular quarterstaff then.
But anyway, augury specifically says you receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes.
Dang, I'm stocking up on weapons. I got 2 daggers, a whip, a quarterstaff. Nice crossbow.
You find a buyer for your quarterstaff, and you sell it for 1 silver piece.
Yeah, better than nothing, I guess. Yeah.
I was looking at your character sheets and I'm like, I know you had a magical item. Why don't you have a magical item?
Yeah, we all got one before we went into the labyrinth.
Yeah, because it was back and forth between a quarterstaff and a crossbow for a while.
I mean, I could go around the town performing acts of healing on people.
You could. There you go. There's your moneymaker.
Are you doing anything else while you're searching around, or then after you go through and rob these fine people of their goods?
I mean, I wish we had a mass sleep spell so we could just put everybody to sleep and just take.
Can I do investigation to see if I notice anything strange in the area that might have to do with plane travel?
Roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Are you gonna do that, Jade? Are you gonna walk around doing magical?
Why would it be a
No.
perception with disadvantage?
I'll be right back.
I can
I
let you
wanna
do an
get the story
investigation with
moving.
disadvantage, but it's still going to be disadvantage.
Okay. Investigation would probably be better.
Yeah, either way, it's going to be disadvantage.
Can I use luck to reroll?
You can. There we go. And you'll get one more roll, and then you have to take the lower of the two rolls.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is it? That's a natural one. You don't see anything as you are looking around. You keep getting distracted by all the other shoes and the shoe shop and the other. There are pretty clothing.
Ghosts.
And there are a couple of ghosts around trying to get you to, hey, you should go buy. The priest one that's talking to you as you're walking around, and he's like, hey, do you know that's, oh wow, they're very powerful.
Okay, obviously I got nada. Alright.
Are you going to look for any information, or are you just looking just for people using portals?
Information,
I thought we
guess,
were
would
gonna
be
go to the
alright.
temple.
Are you going to go to which temple?
The Temple of Ta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you head off in the direction of the Temple of Ta, because you've been there once already. As you approach the big huge library that they have, and they as you walk in, one of them, one of the priestesses, she looks at you and nods. Yes, you were here yesterday, were you not?
I was. I was wondering if you had a. What is it now? And Zerai starts looking through her notes. I was hoping that you might have a plane shift portal by chance.
I'm gonna look around for the offering plate. Is there an offering plate somewhere?
Yeah, there's an offering plate. There's always an offering plate. You're a place where there's always offerings.
Do
gonna
not
drop
rob in my
10
temple.
I'm gonna drop 10 platinum into it. God!
And the priestess, she looks at you and she says, are you going to a specific place, or are you looking for a scroll of going to another plane, or what exactly are you looking for?
We are looking to go to the plane of Sigil.
Now I'm broke.
Well, that is not an actual plane. That is a city in the plains. Do you not know how this works?
I just know the information that was given to me. I'm sorry.
Well, one cannot just go to Sigil. One must know where there is a portal to somewhere in the city of Sigil. if you were to acquire a scroll of portal or a shifting of the planes, you could not even get into Sigil because you can neither leave nor come via a any sort of spell. It's also, Sigil is a very strange place. It stops many types of spells, such as any extra dimensional spaces do not work there. Demiplanes and pocket dimensions. They function, but they function as the same restrictions as, though planar travel is not allowed, such as astral projection or plane shift to or from the city. You cannot
Oh.
That's
summon.
interesting
You
that you
cannot
mentioned
summon
that.
things into the city, so summonings do not work while there. Things as tiny huts and secret chests and things like that also do not work while you are there. The only way you can attempt to teleport out or into the city is through a portal or at one of the teleportation circles within the city.
You mean this city?
No, inside of the city of Sigil.
Oh.
Well, now that you mention it, it might not be Sigil after all. Give me one moment, please. I need to discuss something with my companions.
Take all the time you need. It's fine.
So I'm gonna turn around and gather the group a little bit out front,
Mm-hmm.
What's
and
up?
I'm gonna huddle everybody up. Ashana, you said that our friend came to visit you via astral projection, correct?
I'm guessing so. He was there. He looked there, but he wasn't there. I couldn't touch him.
Should we be
So-
discussing this in the hut?
That might be a good idea, actually.
All right, I'm going to. It's going to take 16 minutes instead of 10 because I have to take the time to scribe it in to my book first. But
Or
I
back to
will
the water.
quickly get the spell into my spell book and work on a ritual to pull up a Leomund's tiny hut for the 5 of us.
Okay. You produce the small enclosure for all of you.
In the middle of the street. Not suspicious at all.
Not suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't-
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be
Right?
suspicious.
Everyone tries to walk around us, and they just bump off the hut, and they're like, "What is that?"
No, they ran into them probably a few times before in the city because things like this exist.
Yeah, people just walking off of tiny huts.
Right?
Once we're inside the hut, I'll continue.
Mhm.
I keep thinking of Pizza Hut shit.
According to the priestess inside the temple,
Mhm.
astral projections can't leave the town of Sigil inside that whatever dimension it is in.
Well, what if he was
So
outside the house?
are we sure that Sigil is a place that we need to go? Because it's a one-way trip. Unless we have a way to get back.
So
Well,
you're
it doesn't
saying
sound
that
like it.
he couldn't have done that from Sigil. It should
No,
happen.
he couldn't have. He couldn't have astral projected from Sigil.
The rules for Sigil are as they were explained. Then he has to be somewhere else. But
And
if he
you,
astral
if you
project,
know that the spell astral projection cannot be
I was just gonna
cast
say.
on the same plane of existence.
So he's not in this plane, and he's not on Sigil.
Or wasn't.
yeah.
We just simply don't have enough information to go off from.
Well, do we stay here and continue looking for it? Or are we wasting time?
I don't.
I think Sigil is still our lead for the moment, but we need to figure out something more.
Concrete.
Sigil's our
Inclusive.
lead only for the simple fact that the gods don't go there.
Right. Doesn't necessarily mean that's where he went. Why don't we look around the city a bit more, check out some other gods? Like, is there not a god of teleportation or a god of plane walking?
That would be a god or goddess of arcane. How about this? You guys go see what you can gather information wise by like talking to townsfolk and whatnot. I'm gonna stay here at the library and see if I can find any information through text, scrolls, what have you.
How about we meet back
Alright.
here at sundown?
That sounds like a plan. I'll be here.
Okay. I
Sundown,
will
head
go
back here.
and take a look at the northern part of the city, the more...
If anything happens, hold on before we part. If anything happens, meet back here
Okay.
Got it.
because
Oh.
this will be like our central location.
Okay.
Okay.
I will check out eastern part.
I
Okay.
suppose I'll go to the other direction.
West, south, or west?
West.
And you're looking for gods of magic?
Yep. Or anything that's like planes
I
of
think we're-
existence.
Yeah.
Is anyone going to the center or just to just staying around the edges of the city?
I'm actually just.
I think
I'm going to go back to the central temple.
I'm going to go through the center to the north, wherever we are right now.
Okay.
I'll stay on the kind of on the edges of the
Right.
temples.
Splitting the party. Got it. And Jade, you were
we need
going.
information.
And Jade, you were going.
I was staying at the temple.
You're staying here. Okay.
Yeah.
What? Okay. So starting. Well, while the others are traveling, because they all head off. Well, two of you actually kind of travel in the same direction because you travel all the way because you're traveling through the middle of the city to the other side, to the north district.
Mhm.
So Jade, what would you while you're here? What are you doing?
I'm going to start looking through texts and scrolls to see what other possible realms there are to get some kind of lead on where Kaladim might have gone with the knowledge I know. And I believe that would be an investigation.
I'm gonna do an investigation. Yeah, it would be an investigation check.
Now, because I'm familiar with the temple, could I do that at advantage? Because this temple would be similar
Sure.
to my own,
you
correct?
you can do an advantage.
I'm very good at arguing my points. It might not make a difference because I have a actually, before I roll this, I'm gonna burn one of my channel divinities for knowledge of the ages and give myself a +3 to the roll because it gives me my proficiency modifier.
Okay.
So whatever I roll, it's +3.
So, while she's doing that, the two of you make your way through the middle of the city.
14. I'm gonna re-roll the 14.
Okay. So the two
Hopefully
of you
get
make your
something
way
higher.
through the middle of the city, and then she leaves you to continue. Shauna leaves you to continue on past.
Actually, I'm gonna re-roll the 1.
And as you come into the main city where the main gods are, go ahead and roll me an investigation or a perception check. It's up to you.
Who?
For Dana.
Yeah. So 14 was my highest.
So 14. So what you find out is that the sigil is the city of doors. There are thousands upon thousands upon thousands of portals in all of sigil. Some of them are city places in the city from one place to another thing, but every single portal in the entire realm, or not everyone, but most of them, you need some sort of portal key to be able to open the portal or even see the portal. You could literally walk through one without you could walk next to one or even through one without true sight, and if you didn't have the portal key, you would never know it was there. True sight would let you see them while in the city, and the portal key lets you walk through them. Some of them are one way, some of them are two ways, some of them are some of them are just within the city. Some of them lead to other realms around the entire every plane of existence. But
Just like a hub point.
it's literally the city of doors. Any door can go anywhere.
Is
Doors
there
can go anywhere.
inhabitants there?
Oh, it is inhabited by creatures from every corner of the plane. Live and toil in the city, city of doors, bringing fragments of their culture to the multiversal hub. Over eons, these culture tenets have been blended together to evolve a unique way of life made possible by the myriad portals that exist at the Lady of Pain's suffrage.
Did you ask? Got it.
It does tell you the information that you find, that the city is run by the Lady of Pain. She seems to be a deity, a goddess, that is that tends to not cooperate with all of the other gods, and is as powerful as any of the gods or all of them combined. And has a treaty with all of the other gods to let them come and go as long as they obey her rules in her city. There are
Hold on, I'm still writing.
Okay. Some more information that you get when you're ready.
1 second. Okay.
Okay, you also know that Sigil is kind of like the backstage of the multiverse. Celestials and fiends may share drinks in genie-owned taverns. Agents of evil gods trot through the streets along nightmares, and hags stable fairy steeds along Pegasi and beasts of living stone. Um, it's kind of in contradiction to everything you know about the universe, because they don't so things don't always clash, but there are authorities, and they obey the Lady of Pain, and she can intervene if needs be. You find out that humans are the earliest known inhabitants of the City of Doors. Some of the sages track the existence and spread of humans back to the sigil itself. Various factions handle the day-to-day governance, enforce laws, maintain civic infrastructure. They have a philosophy inspired by cosmic aspect of the multiverse and actively recruit visitors and citizens in the ranks. Gods and godlike features, including archdevils and demon lords, can enter Sigil by any means. However, their schemes and influences still find their way into the city through their agents. They have to use other people to do their bidding while in her realm, so that they don't get
Because they are not allowed to.
correct.
How do you spell this place again?
Sigil, Sigil.
Okay. I was spelling it wrong, that's why I asked.
Okay. That's what you find out. Dana, your investigation with a 7. It's fairly easily. Because while you're here, the DC was a 5 for this one because it was super easy to find. You find the goddess Mistra, her temple.
Oh,
She's one of the main gods.
yeah.
She's one of the powerhouses. And you also find, hold on, where did I put it? You also find a god called Heka. Heka. Hika. Hiki. Something like that. He is one of the gods of magic from he was an ancient Egyptian god, the god of magic. Also is also a god in Greyhawk.
Okay.
Maybe even the same god. I'm not sure. So you find that, and you walk in, and so I'll go to the other one while you're in the middle of walking into the other two. Victor, you head around and you're looking. You find a god named Bokab.
Okay.
They are a god of magic, arcane knowledge, balance, and foresight. They are a god of. They are also a god of elves, magic, music, and arts.
Okay.
And Callie, you get to the north end. And you find.
I'll be right back.
You find.
I'll be able to hear, but I'll be.
Okay.
As you are leaving the north or the center of the city, you find 2 temples next to each other. And they are the gods of Freya and Odin.
Okay.
They are both gods of magic. They are opposite sides of the same coin. One, and as you're looking at it, you notice that Freya is the god of. They're both gods of death and magic, but one takes half of the dead to Folk Vangar. I think that's how they pronounce it. And the other ones, and Odin takes his to Valhalla.
What was the temple that Victor found?
He found the god
Bokob.
Bokob. Boccob.
It was the god of like elves, music, and arcane.
Arcane knowledge, balance, and
There you
foresight.
go.
God of magic.
Freya takes the dead to where?
To it's actually to consider to her hall, which is called Folk Vangar, Folkvangr. And Odin takes his to Valhalla.
I'm gonna enter into Freya's because I imagine I'm seeing a lot of dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely see
Yeah.
lots of dead.
And she would know that Valhalla is warriors, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, she's gonna go into Freya's.
Okay.
And I guess look around.
Well, while you're looking around, so Dana, you walk into the you went to what's her name's
Temple of Mistra?
Mistra. And as you walk in, one of the there are a few priests and priestesses around, and they kind of nod at you as you walk in. Are you a worshiper of Mistra?
I wouldn't call myself a worshipper, more of... I more revere her for her work.
So you admire her work. That's a good thing.
I was curious if we're just looking for information about Sigil, and I was wondering if there was anything any information you could provide on, like, whether there's any access to Sigil from the city.
She kind of giggles. I'm sure that can be arranged for price.
And what price would that be?
She nods to the offering plate.
And how much would it take?
Well, it
All of
depends.
you.
Would you like to? Are you looking to go to Sigil or just information?
A bit of both, I would say.
If someone were to know a bit about Sigil, we could be persuaded for, say, you could give our goddess a couple hundred gold.
Bribery. How dare they?
I mean,
Just for information, that's a steep price.
capitalism, baby.
I mean, you are looking for information, are you not? We may or
I
may
am,
not
just-
have information, and it may or may not come with the price of an offering to our goddess.
So you may or may not have knowledge. And it's...
Shit.
And I don't know whether or not you do until I pay you.
I mean, it is an offering. You give freely.
Really, my ass.
She would know
This
how this
seems-
works, though.
this seems like an exchange, more than an offering.
Services rendered.
Yeah.
What's the
This
plan,
is why I studied at the temple.
You can.
This is
Why
why
did
my
it
character is
poison?
not
How
religious.
about for a small donation
Like,
of
no.
say 5 gold? I give you just a tidbit.
Oh, she's feeding you
God
breadcrumbs.
damn, she's fucking nickeling and diming you.
Yeah, I like the crap, baby.
Very
Something called a
exciting.
master magic
She
spell.
she sees a good mark, and she's using her knowledge to give to the goddess.
Is
Dana,
this
aren't
Mistra
you half
herself?
naked already?
What?
Use your womanly wilds and persuade her to just give you information.
And woo her. You know the disciples of Mistra are
Sex fiends.
Are very
well,
horny.
that's not what I was gonna say,
Are
but
very
I guess that
horny.
works
So what
too.
you're
I mean,
saying is I
if
should
you
have gone to that
played the
temple and tried.
game,
Got it.
We all know Gale.
So what you're saying is I should have gone to that temple and tried.
They're
Got
a
it.
little bit promiscuous in nature. That's what I was going to say.
You're so much kinder.
she also may not. She may also have a knowledge of other planes.
Hmm.
Get on the moves. Let's go.
That's actually a good point. Re- I,
Cal, the dirty mind. Okay.
I will probably actually pay for information like this though. Rather than information about Sigil though, I am curious if actually no, that isn't a that's not a question that can be narrowed down by just if he's got a way to get from Sigil to another plane that isn't the material plane and then back to Sigil, we don't know how. So
But we already think that we don't think he's in Sigil.
I think he's going back and forth from Sigil to somewhere else.
So actually, you don't know. Never mind. I wouldn't even give you a roll for that because you wouldn't know at all.
Yeah. So regardless, we have to assume that he's not in Sigil. He can't do anything from Sigil. But we do know he can go from plane to plane. Sigil has portals from plane to plane if he has a key.
You
Well,
also
we know
know
he-
he can
us
travel. You also
Us
know that
players
he can,
know this, but your characters don't at the moment.
your characters. Some of your characters do know that he can plane shift though, because he's done it in front of
Yes.
you, and he
Yeah.
literally transported you all from one plane to another
Yeah.
plane.
So he could literally be in any other plane. It's actually he likely wants access to Sigil. Is the thing.
Or knows where,
I'm assuming.
or has gained information on where a portal is, and basically plane shifted himself to where the portal is, and then just walked through the portal.
Yeah.
He's
He's
smart.
got a lot more resources.
I mean, he's able to cast level 9 spells.
Yeah, I know.
That just tells you the amount of power this guy has. And he's trying to become a god.
Uh-huh. And we're on his bad side.
No, I'm on his bad side. Y'all are fine. I'm the one that's toast.
I don't
We're
know why you
guilty
say
by
that. Like,
association.
yeah, I don't know why you say that. Like we're not going with you to the end.
I'm just
Well, I
saying,
don't know.
if
Ash is
anybody's
chaotic
going to
neutral.
die,
She
if
might run.
anybody's going to die in this campaign, it's going to be Zerai.
Jeez, aren't you the martyr?
No,
Mm.
it's just the way the story is set up.
Hmm.
I mean, if I was Kaladin, I might just screw it and murder with you.
I don't have I don't want to just give them all of my money to. Okay,
Start showing some leg.
you know what? Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna.
Start throwing down. Start putting the moves on her. Come on, you got this.
That's literally.
Romance that chick.
I would. It's literally out of character for Dana.
Well,
Well,
Dana
you all
could
of a
wait
sudden just
until
feel the influence of Mistra
Dana borrowed my
surrounding you,
flask.
and you feel kind of
hot
I
and
don't know.
bothered.
See, Dana
Yeah.
borrowed my flask and drank some, and is now slightly drunk. There you go.
I am going to hand over 5 gold and ask if they know, if they could point me in any direction to potentially find a portal.
And how much did you drop in the plate?
5 gold.
5 gold.
And she reaches into a pocket, and she pulls out a. Hold on, I need to make sure that I have the right one. Tell you what exactly it is.
Lucky's rabbit foot. And then tells you to spend more money.
Not a lucky rabbit's foot. Lucky's rabbit foot.
Yeah.
Lucky has a rabbit foot.
Poor
She
Lucky.
she looks at you and she pulls out of her pocket a small it's a small white lily. And she looks at it and she says, "This would help."
Could I do an Arcana check to see if I recognize it?
It is. Yeah, go ahead. It's sure. I'll give you advantage.
19.
EM says it's a small white lily.
It is a small white lily. It is a flower.
It's literally just a flower.
Yep.
Eat
It
it.
looks like it's been
Eat it.
no.
I mean, everything is food.
And she holds it up and she spins it and she says, "But unfortunately, this key will only allow 2 people at a time to cross the threshold."
Oh.
If you want to go. She looks and she points to the offering plate. She says, "All you have to do is but make an offer."
I knew it. I knew it. Those scheming bastards.
Do you have one that could get 5 people through the threshold?
Oh, not here. That would probably be one of the others. We only 2 at a time.
I'll keep it in mind. Thank you.
And she puts it back in her pocket. And she's like, "Anything else that I can help you with?" And she points to the offering plate again.
Through gritted teeth, Dana says, "No, you've been lovely," and leaves.
So you Victor, you get you get there fairly quickly to yours, and as you walk in, you see around you hold on.
Bottles of alcohol.
I'm actually
Of course, always.
Temptation rising.
Temptation's always there.
I mean,
for
leave
you.
it to one of the party lushes to find alcohol.
I still have my flask with me, so I got my own alcohol. Always come prepared.
It's not where we
I find nothing. Just walk in, it's an empty temple.
It is
You
not.
find-
I'm
you
actually
find
trying to find
Bofa.
his symbol.
You found Bofa.
Yep.
Bofa's symbol is just 2 middle fingers.
Okay.
But that ain't gonna help.
Or
No,
two
it's
middle,
just a
two cross
nutsack.
middle,
He found both of these nuts.
two cross middle fingers over a nutsack, and the nutsack is wearing a snapback.
I don't think it's gonna help much.
So as you walk in, you do notice that his symbol is an eye inside of a pentagram.
It's also an eye. Shit.
And
What temple is this?
Bokab. And you notice that everything is draped in purples, and as you walk in, you see an elderly man sitting at a chair. You notice that he has very, very white hair, and it comes down into almost braids that run along his seat. There's a couple people running around, and he's sitting there. He has a staff next to him that has the symbol that you see around the area, and he looks at you and says, "Welcome. You visit my temple. Not many come here. What can I do for you?"
I'm hoping you might be able to help me with some information.
I might.
Per-
I have been to many places and know many things.
Potentially on Sigil? And maybe
Oh,
how to
'tis
get
a
there?
great place. I have been there many times.
How would one get there?
Simply by walking through one of the portals to take you there.
Is there anything needed? I feel like getting through a portal might not always work.
I mean, it depends on where you want to go into the city and which door you walk into, because some of them you don't want to walk into, you see, because you might enter a place that is not so friendly.
Is there a way to know that?
You
Would
have
the portals tell
no
anything?
idea but to walk through the door.
Hmm.
This one seems creepy.
I mean, I
A
kind of like
little
it.
bit.
This is right up
Of
my
course
alley.
you do. Of course you do.
Yeah, I like the creepy stuff.
Says the
'cause you are
person that talks
creepy.
to the dead.
I mean, in my case, I have a way that I go. I go there on vacation on occasion. It's okay. Lady of Pain, she likes me. But and he pulls out a small vial, and it's got some sort of black substance in it. And he hands it up, and he shakes it a little bit, and it's very viscous inside.
Does that only work for
Definitely
one
not lube.
person?
Oh, this one you can travel with more than 3 or 4. I've never done more than one, but you could probably, I guess, 4.
Would it be able to do? Would it be able to do 5 people,
It is.
or do you have a bigger batch of it?
I mean, it's not a matter of how much of this you get, because this is semi hard to come by. You have to find a demon that's willing to give you it or take it. In my case,
Perfect.
I don't want to know what's in the jar.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
I'm kind of curious. So,
It sounds like demon. It sounds like demon splooge. That's
No.
exactly what it
His
sounds
name's
like.
Demon Splooge.
Demon spooge.
No,
There's
and
a chance I will be buying.
go ahead
this,
and
just so
roll
you-
an Arcana check to see if you know what it is.
It's demon splooge. We don't
No,
need an
it's
Arcana check.
not.
17.
It is
You
demon.
need a
Ichor.
biology
It
check.
is demon ichor, which is demon blood.
Okay.
Close
Close
Demon
enough.
splooge.
Or you
They
can...
both contain DNA.
Don't we have a demon that can give us this stuff?
I'm only half demon,
Oh, right.
and actually, I'm half devil.
Yeah, she's half devil.
Oh, so
So,
that's...
I mean, you could...
Yeah, that would be different.
This does... How many are you looking to take with you?
5.
I do not think that this is would be enough for you. It's not
How
a
would I
matter of
go-
how much you have. It is a matter of you have to carry it through with you. It is a portal key. And he points behind his thing, and you actually see a drain for a sewer.
Mhm.
And he's like, "But you have not but to enter." And he points to his offering plate. If you'd like to go.
I'll think about it. But I
You
need
do
to
that.
talk to the rest of my group.
You do that and come
there-
back. I do not get many visitors here, as few worship.
Would it help anything to learn anything about other?
You broke up.
Would it help to learn anything about other planes, or since that's kind of we know where we're going? That's not really.
I mean, you might want to know other things about other places before you go to them.
Is
You
there...
might end
You
up
have
in a very interesting situation otherwise.
Luckily, you have a cleric back at the temple studying.
Is there anywhere that I could go that could take me to Sigil with a greater group of people from a different plane?
You might ask around. Most of the gods here have ways to get to Sigil, as we often go there to harass the leader there.
I'm gonna do like a little bow. Thank you.
And he really quick, you watch as it kind of disappeared in his hand, the little demon blood vial, and he looks at you and says, "Please come back if you ever would like to know more."
God, this guy's creepy.
And I'll throw down 2 gold on it.
And as soon as it hits the plate,
helping
it
it out.
disappears. Doesn't even stay. It just literally disappears because he doesn't get many visitors.
God damn you, quick! And I'll start
Thank you.
heading.
Back in the northern part, you walk into Freya's temple.
Mm.
And as you walk in, you notice that there are quite a few dead waiting to go through this very. As you were looking around, you notice that there's a bright light at the end of the hall, and there are an individual will go through one at a time, and these undead that are these ghosts that are these spirits that are walking through one at a time. And you see one of the priests as you walk up. Yes, may I help you?
I'm looking to go to a different plane of existence.
Well, if you would like to go to this plane, and he gestures towards the blinding light, I can arrange it for you.
Prefer to stay
Go-
intact, by the ways.
Don't go into light.
Don't
I
go
would like
towards the
to
light.
go to Sigil. At least that's a place I've heard exists on a different plane.
I mean, it is the center of the universe, but why would you like to go there?
I'm looking for someone.
Named Ronald.
Found someone you have. Yes. So,
What?
found someone. You were looking for
Oh.
someone. I'm a someone.
You are someone. Maybe not the someone I'm looking for, but definitely someone.
So, you would like to go to Sigil. And what can you offer to get there?
Uh,
A nice crisp high five.
I have it. It's amazing. It's the best high five there is.
I'm but a humble servant. I don't really have much to offer. What would
Hi, Bing.
be required for such a travel if I had companions?
I mean, he
One-
hold on, let me look at the next
One-
one.
one finger for each
His
person.
will go to where is his gonna go to? His will go here. And he looks and he says, well, I mean, you could just find somewhere with true sight. There are probably more than one portal in the city.
Yeah, but you can't travel through portals without.
You need a portal key.
Yeah.
We also happen to have a way to get to Sigil here, as do most of the others here. And he pulls out a sprig of grapes, and he pops one in his mouth as he shows it to you. One of these will get you into Sigil.
The keys to Sigil are random everyday household items, right? Or
Not
just random
always.
items.
They
Not
are.
always.
There is
I
a
It
mean,
list
the
depends
of
one
on
things.
dude
whatever.
had a vial of splooge, so
It's
Yeah,
it's
not
whatever
household
the
items.
deity. It's whoever's deity. It's an item of their symbol.
I mean, the creepy guy was cool, so
Um.
demon blood it is.
the
I'm all
creepy
for it.
So
guy had
any
a jar of
grapes will get me in
splooge.
there.
Just a sprig of the grapes, yes. But you have to know where the door is.
Ah.
Yes, that is the key. Whether you walk through the correct portal or not is a whole other story, but you also have to have one of the portal keys.
We're gonna go through a portal and go right into a dragon.
I apparently am eating my portal key.
Apparently. Um. hmm. Um. I want to persuade the priest in offering me more information on how the portals work.
Okay, go ahead and roll a persuasion check. And then once you roll, I want you to tell me how you're trying to what are you asking him exactly? What have that conversation with him.
He's gonna try to
That's
murder
about
him.
as good as my conversation skills get, anyways.
You do have luck.
I do have luck.
You have the Lux.
I got a
Alright.
bad idea
Bring
for
out
this
the
one.
luck.
I will use the Lux. That's 2 use. Oh, whoops, wrong one. That was performance. My bad.
I just had a funny thought of going into a job interview with a D20 and you just roll a persuasion check.
And the boss
Right?
counter persuades.
I would like to take this job. Oh, I rolled a 2. I'm not getting this job. I'm just gonna.
I'm sorry, I rolled a 2. I'm just going to leave.
I screwed up that last roll. The 17 was a performance, not persuasion.
Oh, they're
But lo
both
and
plus
behold-
6. They're both plus 6, so it's a you can keep the 17.
Lo and behold, the boss you
He
find out
is
loves
going
D&D, though. He's like,
to
oh, that's awesome.
he.
Get the job.
So how would you like to persuade him? What do you say?
How could I get to sigil with the gods being accepting of it? Because obviously, portal keys are not something that I can just ask for, are they?
I mean, I could give you these grapes, but whether or not you can get into the portal is a whole nother story, dear.
Well, what would it take for me to get into the portal?
Knowing where one is, obviously, and having the key.
So
When
how
you walk
could I
through
get
the
the?
portal?
So will you tell me where it is and give me the key?
I mean, he looks over at the offering plate. He's like,
Money talks in this town.
This is the worst town ever.
Offerings talk in this town.
Kitty.
Because it is a town full of gods, and if you are not giving to the god, you are not giving they're offerings.
We offer people.
Would my companion know what offering Freya would want the most?
Ooh, that's a good question.
All of your platinum.
I'm assuming you're not talking about Zerai either.
No, because Zerai's not with me. I'm talking about my ghost.
Oh, I gotta mark off my.
Freya. Your friend. Go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me a religion check. What was your total?
20?
20, but you also get your +3, correct?
Oh, so 23.
23. She is. So you also know that Freya is. He tells you. Oh, by the way, Freya is linked to gold and wealth.
Where she is. I have not a lot, but I will give you what I can. And I'm going to dig into my bag and pull out... $19 platinum.
19 platinum. And he's like,
I don't have much. 19 platinum.
He takes another bite off of another thing, and he waves over one of the things, and he's like, I need more anyway, and hands you what's left of his grapes.
How many grapes are on there?
There's like 6 grapes left.
Okay. Okay. And where's the portal?
And he points right next to where the light is coming from. He points right. It points next to it, and you see just a doorway. It's just a doorway that it goes beyond into it goes into another room.
Could I use this to come back?
No, it's not two-way. This is a one-way trip.
How many people will this get through?
Oh, this portal will allow like 10-ish people at a time.
With this key?
Yes. As long as you have a sprig of grapes and you know where to walk through.
As long as I have a sprig of grapes. Are you telling me I can have any grapes?
A sprig of purple grapes, just like these.
Okay. I'm going to put the sprig of grapes into my bag.
Mm-hmm.
I will return with my friends. Thank you so much. And she's going to kiss him on the cheek and run out.
Oh, she's so sweet. And you run out the door, and you're heading back south, back towards where you saw Dana last, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you headed, Victor?
I guess I'd be headed back to
Temple.
Temple. Where's their eyes at?
Okay. Not long after, about 45 minutes after everyone else leaves, about maybe an hour, Zerai. You're deep in books, learning all of this information that I've given you already, and
Yeah.
and Victor walks up to you.
Ah,
Yeah.
Victor. What did you find?
Kind of creepy old man, but he does have a way to get three or four of us. So I don't know how much that really helps.
I mean, if it's one way, if we had a way for one person to go back and forth and bring multiple people through, that would be great. But I'm assuming this is going to be a one-way trip per key.
That's kind of what it sounds like. There are
Because then I start going
over.
over my notes of all my research of Sigil and everything.
He
Blah blah
said there
blah
are.
portals, blah 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 keys, blah 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 town, blah 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 Lady of Pain, blah blah blah. This is me relaying all the information because we've all heard it.
He did say that we may want to look into all the planes, and maybe get an idea of what type of places we could end up. Because some of them aren't so good.
I mean, we've been through worse.
He made it sound like we may not come back through some of them.
I'm already expecting this to be a one-way trip. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
but-
worried about you guys getting back, yes, but I'm expecting this to be a one-way trip for myself.
Yeah, but we might not make it to calendar. As in, we might go through a
It
door
can't be
and-
worse. It can't be as bad as the labyrinth.
The way it sounds like he put it is, we could all die.
I mean, we could do some research before we go, but we're also burning
Mhm.
time.
I'm just saying that's what he gave me.
I do appreciate
Yeah.
the insight.
It is a vial of demon blood. Is that God's key?
Kicker.
Or demon ichor?
Ooh,
But
God
he
damn
didn't
it.
say we could do that. We probably wouldn't be able to get 5. He said 3 or 4.
Yeah, we need to get all 5 of us through at the same time.
And shortly thereafter, Dana walks in.
Dana, what did you find?
That these gods are
Money hungry?
nothing but a bunch of flacers.
I could have told you that. How do you think these temples run?
Off of
Seems
rainbows and
excessive to be
unicorns.
asking for hundreds of gold for information.
Okay, that's a little
Says the
excessive.
half-breed god.
You're not here. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I didn't. that was a fourth wall event.
As you turn around and
That was
Sean
a
is just
false
standing
wall
there.
break.
Turn around, Sean's standing there.
Well, did you find anything else besides the gods being greedy bastards?
Money-hungry people? Hit
Fickle.
Well,
things?
unless anyone else found a better idea, we could shell out. I mean, I found a portal for two people to get through, but it will be expensive, and it's only the two of us, or it would be only two of us.
Yeah, we can't.
So going through Mistra is
That's not
probably
an option. That's not a good
not
option.
an option.
I also
Well,
Victor,
here's
do
what
you-
I found. Blah 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 blah
I
blah.
also
Relaying
just-
information.
Jade, I also out of game. I also just dropped you a bunch of info that you found out on Lady of Pain. I just dropped it in chat for everybody.
Okay.
So you all can read that at your leisure. And about 15 minutes.
Just some light
after-
reading.
Just some light reading. It's fine. Just about 10 minutes after Dana gets back, 10 to 15 minutes, Ashana walks in.
Let's
I look
go.
over at her. Wait, what?
Let's go. What do you mean?
Let's go. I hold up the twig. I got it, and I know where the door is. Let's go.
Do you know how the door works?
Yeah, we
thought
just have to have this and walk through it.
I thought the
This will
key
take
was a
up to
white lily.
10.
You thought the key was what?
I thought the key was a lily.
No, it's grapes.
I thought the key was demon sticker.
Well, regardless, I have enough to take 10 people. And it'll get us to Sigil.
Well, if you already
seemed a
have
little
it,
bit, you seem a little unsure on that.
No, it's
Sigil.
it's hard when you're looking at a portal for the living, I guess. But yeah, we should go because this is what I asked for and this is what he gave me.
well, 10 is definitely more than 2.
It is.
You
Yeah,
already
three or
have
four at the
yours.
best.
I do kind of want to wait because we don't know what we're walking into. It
Well,
would
I
be
imagine
wise.
whatever's on the other side of that portal has to be something that this deity enjoys going to. If it's their door. So I can't see it being something dangerous.
Well, just so you know, the one
Who
I
was the
talked to
deity
was-
that you got the sprig from?
Freya?
Can I do a religion check?
You can do a religion check.
Could I as well?
Oh yeah, let's do this. Oh wait, no. My guy's not religious.
I am re-rolling that.
I think
My
my guy would
last
be more
inspiration.
of, like agnostic on the war Pathfinder view of how they have that.
It's an easy roll.
My highest was a 10.
Dana got a 24. Dana is, you know that Freya is a goddess, a Norse goddess of
Mhm.
she is mostly associated with love, beauty, fertility, sex, war, gold, and magic.
War, yes.
Sex war.
no.
No.
Sexy
She has
war.
sexy wars.
Having sex during war.
This is where the
Oh.
gladiators running around naked come from. No.
She is most often depicted riding a chariot pulled by cats, and she has a huge necklace that she wears. That's what
I love that.
That's impressive.
Well, assuming the portal doesn't drop us off in an arena, everything else seems like it should.
I mean, maybe from what I understand, it's either good or it can be severely horrible, from what I was told. So
Well, think of the theme of the door we're passing through. Whatever God uses this door on its leisure isn't going to want to walk into something it's not going to like.
it may like let the people that's walked through the door into something they don't like for its amusement.
Well, the thing is,
I don't think this God would be so fickle with
well,
its
hold
humans.
on.
I don't trust any
Hold
other gods
on.
to not be
Hold
that
on.
fickle.
Time out, you two. Time out. Captain is speaking. The place where we are going is governed by someone who goes by the name of the Lady of Pain.
Sounds lovely.
The gods don't fuck with the Lady of Pain. There's a reason for it. According to my research, she is possibly more powerful than the gods combined.
So it's safe to say that if a god has a portal there, they're on good terms with the Lady of Pain.
They allow the gods to come and go freely as long as they abide by her rules and don't
And her
fuck
rules.
with anything.
Hit it with
Well,
a stick.
then let's go. I don't imagine it's going to be that bad then.
And also, she doesn't think of herself as a god, and anybody who does try to worship her, she banishes and sends to basically hell. She doesn't
Sounds
want
like
to
a
be
lovely-
worshipped.
She sounds like a lovely lady.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
I think
Isn't that the one that Ash picked?
Hmm?
The god Mistra?
Mm-mm.
I have to bring up that book again.
No, that's Mistra. Mistra is the god of magic. The
Okay,
Lady of Pain
okay,
is a
never mind.
completely different person.
Yeah.
Okay.
She wouldn't be on any religious charts
She's not
because
on
she
any
doesn't want to be worshipped.
She doesn't go anywhere else. She's not on any other religion charge.
Okay.
So are
Sounds
you
like
headed
a-
to her portal? Or what are you doing?
I say we go and take the opportunity and the chance. What's the worst gonna happen? We're gonna sit here and fucking lose more money. I'm broke, by the way, so let's go.
Yeah, I'm following Captain, so
Oh, Jade just dropped out.
Just lost Jade.
Nope.
Oh, there
Jade
she
just
is.
dropped back in.
Yeah, my fucking Discord just crashed.
Uh-oh, that wasn't good. She's in the wrong place. I'm on our stream twice. Oh no.
I'm back. I'm here.
Your
My
video's not.
It should be. Hold on. Let me. Oh no, it's not.
You just have to turn your camera back on, don't you?
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Ah,
There she is.
that's so weird. I don't know what's been going on with my computer lately.
Same with mine. It's been doing weird things. Anyway,
Yeah, I think I need to. I think I need to replace my graphics card. I think it's going out.
it's after 8:00. What are you doing so I can find a place to shut where we can call this?
I'm going with whatever
I mean-
Captain decides.
Yeah, unless we take the time to try and find a key that can go there and back, like a two-way key. But we don't know how long that would take to find or how much it would even cost if we could even afford it.
Well,
That's an after we get there thing. We'll figure it out when we need to come back.
if we make it back,
And
We
there's
might be
that.
stuck in Sigil.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll
mean-
find a way out of Sigil.
I mean, like I said earlier, I expect this to be a one-way trip for me. So
Well, the existential whatevers it is when we get through it, we need to get doing something. Sitting here is not doing anything.
And at least on Sigil, we'll be protected from attempts from scrying from Caladim.
It's not like it's gonna be. They can't do anything there. But we can figure things out there.
I guess that's
Or
kind
we
of
can sit
our
here
only
and keep
choice.
our noses in a book and do nothing. I'm gonna eat a grape.
you're eating our key.
It's fine. I can get another one. Let's go.
What does the rest of the group think?
I think that's our only option at the moment.
It seems pretty solid. I just don't imagine that we're going to be able to find a two-way key. And our best bet is to get away from the prying eyes of Caladim.
I'm gonna look
Mango?
over at the little couch and be like, she's kind of still passed out there. We could carry her through. That wouldn't be an issue.
I was trying to get Mango's opinion, but all I see is tea. Exactly.
Which means through the portal.
And there's Beanie.
Hey,
All
Beanie.
right.
What does Mango say?
Wait, oh, Beanie's here. Hi, Beanie. She's in the chat.
Beanie just popped into my chat.
Yeah, we didn't share chats today. Sorry, Bean. What does Beanie say? Do we go through the portal? Mango, do you say we
She
go through
has
the portal?
no idea what's going on.
No idea
at
what's
this
going on.
Literally no context.
Just say yes.
Do you want to go through the portal or not?
There's more alcohol there. We can drink more.
That's
We don't know
definitely
that.
dead. Yeah, I'm skipping over the whole dead thing.
Go
by
through the
way.
portal, she says.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, so you
I
head
guess
off.
That's what we're doing.
You head off to the temple that she knows where there is one. You walk into the temple. You notice he's still standing over in the thing. He's talking to some others as you walk by. He kind of nods to you. He watches you walk by. You walk.
I'm gonna like wave.
You walk towards a doorway, just an empty archway. And it leads into another room. And you can see the room beyond. And as she holds on, and you all, how are you just walking through by yourself, or is everyone going to attach themselves? Because it doesn't matter.
I think we should
I think they should all be touching me at some point.
Yeah, we should hold hands and go through.
I mean, if you insist.
Well, okay, let's hold hands.
You all hold hands and step through the room, and as everything begins to you watch as your scene changes, and we are going to end as you step through the portal and on your way to Sigil. And now we're going to do a planescape adventure. Yay, planescape.
Yeah.
Yay.
Because now you're in you know
We've left the material plane.
you've left the material plane and are now in Sigil and in the city at the middle of the universe.
Sweet.
Maybe should have prepared a little better, but oh well, fuck it.
Hey,
Somebody was like, "We'll figure it out."
Yeah,
Well-
that's what I was saying. Like, I wanted to prepare more, but everybody's like, no, we need to go right now. We need to go right now.
hey, well, what?
Captain's always the voice of
hey,
reason,
I
need
but
to
no one
learn-
ever
I-
listens.
If you need
I
to
did
learn to
say
swim, you
orig-
jump into a pool, right?
I did say originally I
Exactly.
would follow whatever Captain.
That's exactly how I learned how to swim.
Get thrown in the deep end.
Or just jump off a snowy cliff and find out. Oh,
That it's a dragon. Yeah, that could happen too. To anybody. It could happen to anybody on any day, any given
Right.
Sunday. You could just jump off of a dragon and find out you're sitting on a dragon. I don't know. Anyway, so we'll revisit this next week and see what kind of thing they stepped into. Whether they turned it somewhere bad or
5
somewhere
pages
good.
of notes today, by the way.
There's lots of stuff today.
Oh my
and
God.
you guys get to go to Planescape stuff, and you guys get to learn all about Planescape. Because you're headed to the Sigil in the City of Doors. But anyway, we are going to get out of here really quick. We'll just go through really briefly. So I'm Kristen, Violet Femme on any of my Discords or servers or anywhere in the world. You can find me. You can find my Twitch. Or you're on my Twitch, hopefully watching. But you can also find my YouTube channel in the links down below. You can also check out, if you like D&D stuff, you might want to check out Misty Mountain Gaming. Because they have lots of really cool stuff. You can get like 10% off if you use VioletFemme75 at checkout, or VioletFemme at checkout. Or if you like if you watch my other show, I get to paint really cool little miniatures like this little dude. He looks so cool. And I paint miniatures.
Or my owlbear I got to use this weekend.
Yeah, he looks really cool.
He looks really cool.
But if you like miniatures and you play D&D, you might want miniatures. You might want to paint them. So go check out weprintminiatures.com, and you can get 10% off your order if you use Violet Femme's 1975 at checkout. Because they didn't know that you weren't supposed to use the 19 in front of the 75. I don't know. That's what they gave me. But anyway, go check out all of our... Huh?
Sounds like a price tag.
You know. Yeah, go spend 1975, everybody, and it'll be fine. That has no idea. That it does not correlate to a year or anything like that. Don't think that way. Anyway, that could not be the year that I was born. That just doesn't seem possible. Anyway, Winby,
No,
who are
not
you?
at all.
Winby, who are you? Where can we find you?
Some places. I'm Winby. You can follow me on Blue Sky to see if I do anything. But yeah.
All right.
Or on Wednesdays here.
Yes. You haven't been streaming much lately, so.
Yeah, pretty busy in the city these days.
Makes sense. How about you, Miss Callie?
I'm Callie's Piece. You can find me on Twitch. I usually stream Dead by Daylight and adult content. In conversation-wise, I should make sure I say that. Other than that, yeah, I'm here on Wednesdays and a sporadic streamer for gaming.
Yay. How about you, Harambe?
I'm Harambe. Find me at Blackamorpha 2023 on Twitch. I am going try to play more horror games. Currently, Bendy and the Dark Ink Revival.
Ooh.
And
Love
Jade.
Bendy.
It's fun so far.
Hi, I'm the Jade. I'm Transgirl Jade over on Twitch. On the Discord, if you go to our Discord, I am Mommy Jade, because that's what everyone calls me. I stream here on Twitch 5 days a week, usually Monday through Fridays, unless, something comes up, like I have a really bad headache and I can't stream, which happened Monday. I might be gaming a little bit after we wrap up here. I don't know. I'm super fucking tired, and I'm thinking bed might be a good option.
Bed's always a good option. I like bed.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us on another one of our other adventures, and hopefully they don't all die as they step through a portal. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. It could be fun. It could be not fun. I don't know. We'll see what happens when they get there. If anybody has the portal books, you could probably figure out where they're going. So, Anyway, catch you all later. See you all next week. Have a good night. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.